free agent LeBron James is expected in the near future, and according to ESPN, San Antonio Spurs have had some level of dialogue about his free agency. The extent of those conversations remains unclear, but San Antonio has reportedly explored the possibility he ain't coming here. Speaking of the Spurs, they finished up the Las Vegas Summer League over the weekend with an 86-81 win over the Suns. They finished up 4-1 in Vegas.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Man, how quick the weekend flies by. It is Monday here on The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy to be here on a Monday afternoon. Happy you were with us as well. I'm Joe Reinagel. That young man over there is Jason Minix, who did not win the Camel race, by the way.
Dude, why do we got to start with a negative?
Because you didn't win.
You know what? I survived. I survived, and that is a win.
Yeah.
I would like to announce my retirement as a Camel jockey. You know, as a Navy veteran, Navy stands for Never Again Volunteer Yourself. And I should have taken that to heart when they said, do you want to ride a camel? Now, granted, riding a camel and racing a camel are 2 very different things. No, it was a lot of fun. I'm embarrassed. I did not win. My goal was to win. But after getting instructions from the people that actually work with the camels on a regular, I realized everything they told us at Retama on Thursday when we were out there was all wrong.
So you prepared the wrong way is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, look, you have the guy tells you. You've got no control. You can't speed it up. You can't slow it down. You can't steer it. Hang on for dear life. And you hang on to the hair of the camel on the hump. And I was like, well, does she like her hair pulled that way? I mean, what it's...
well, you sure it was a she?
I had a she. I had a female camel named Nutmeg. And as we're walking,
all kinds of jokes
there are. But as we're walking out to the starting gate on Friday over at Retama Park, when you get assigned your camel, and I have no idea. I'm like, do I got a shot with this camel? And he was like, no. He was like, this camel's only won once. But boy, when she won, she shot out of there and never stopped because they start off going about 40 miles an hour. And it's bumpy as hell. You know, if you've seen the video, and if you haven't seen the video, it's hilarious. Now, you can watch me, and I'm petrified, I ain't gonna lie. But if you watch behind me, you see somebody falling off their camel. That's really where you need to focus. Don't focus on me not finishing first. Focus on me hanging on while not everybody did.
Because, I saw that in the video. There was some lady that fell off pretty quickly.
Yes.
And it looked like it was a little painful. So I was happy you hung on. You may have embarrassed us a little bit, but that's all right. I mean, it wasn't a total embarrassment.
Look, I mean, you know, what's not on the video on social media, because the actual video itself was almost like 2 minutes. There were 2 camels that did not want to get in that starting gate. The one that lost a lady and mine. And so once the camel finally gets in the starting gate, that's when you get on the camel. So you're getting on a pissed off camel. And it's bouncing around inside that gate. That's not good for your legs.
Is there a ladder in there you get on or what?
No.
Well, how do you get on it?
Well, I mean, you got the step in there. It's not a ladder, but you have to have a pretty good little lunge to get up on the ladder, and then you jump on the camel. And there's really not anybody there to help you. And then you're waiting and waiting and waiting until all the camels are settled, and then the doors just open and you're off. And that took a long time. And my camel starts off, man, and I don't know. It just goes right. And it's charging right. And I'm thinking, man, this is going to hurdle the fence. We're going in the stands. What the hell is going on here? Right? You have no idea except for, and I can hear somebody screaming behind me. And then I'm guessing that's the woman that fell. Although I didn't know she fell until my camel decided to just stop. And then the camel with no rider goes by. But they also tell you, if the camel stops, hang on because it might start bucking. So now I'm worried it might try to just, start bucking, trying to get me off of it. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's good.
I'll never do that again.
Well, you never know. Never say never.
Until next year.
Never say never.
It was fun, but I understand why there's nobody that's ever done it before.
I may have to work on I may have to lose a few pounds and participate next year.
I mean, you need to cut weight. I'm going to have double cheeseburgers. I'm going to live my life now about 185, 190 instead of 170 to 175. I just want to, I really want to, man. But, man, I need to mix in a sit-up and a salad. I can't do it this year.
I'm not doing it either because I don't want to diet. Dude, I'm not doing it.
Dude,
so.
I think everybody should race a camel at least once in their life.
Well, they probably should.
I mean, it was fun. I'm glad I did it. I don't know that I would do it again.
Yes, you would.
You're right.
Yes, you would. It looked like fun. And props to Retama Park for doing that stuff. It is fun. It's good for the fans. I'm assuming it was packed.
Yeah, it was packed out there. And it's amazing in that short amount of time how sore you are after. Just saying. But it was fun. It was a great weekend. Started off Friday, then I went to Houston on Saturday, got home in time yesterday to go to a friend's engagement party, and then make it over to watch my partner in crime, Joe Reinagel, get inducted into the RCW Hall of Fame.
Yes. Big night. Big night last night. It was a lot of fun. You know what? The best part about it is I'm a huge pro wrestling fan. Mm-hmm. I love it. And so just being back in there and watching some of the matches before it was my turn to take the ring and make a little speech. And but a lot of the same people were there, and they were there back. I couldn't believe it's been since 2009 since I've done that. 2009.
That's kind of crazy.
It's a long time ago.
It's kind of crazy.
But I appreciate Brandon Oliver and RCW over there letting me play for a couple of years.
Well, and it's funny when I got there and I was running a little bit late, but I got there in time to see Joe and I walk in and Joe sees me and he's like, "Why in the hell are you here?"
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate it. It was very kind of you and your wife to show up.
Oh, and again, watching some of the wrestling, but there is a little video of that on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and Facebook page. And Sam, our social media person, did a great job of editing Joe's really long speech down. But also, Joe's daughter gave me some video from his ring days.
Is that crazy?
I don't know. Did you watch that video all the way through?
Yeah.
And so at the very end, it really, I'm not going to tell Sam, our social media expert, how to do her job, but she should have wrote on there, watch till the very end, because then you see Reinagel in the ring. I won't say what's happening, but there's some wrestling going on.
I can't believe
there's some people hitting the deck.
Can't believe my daughter had that video still.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
wow.
It's as long as ago as it wasn't Zapruder film either, which is kind of crazy.
It was very clear, and I look pretty damn good. I do say so myself.
Well, of course you will say that, but make sure you watch that video all the way to the very end.
It's a fun night. It was a fun weekend. We had family in town, so played a little golf. It was a nice weekend.
Good,
not bad at all. So
and of course, and we had a World Cup.
We did have a World Cup.
Had an incredible third-place game.
I guess I didn't see a second of it.
Neither did I. I was at a baseball game that had fewer runs than a soccer game.
Astros got swept, by the way, this weekend.
I was only there for one of them.
Well, it was a loss.
It was.
Baltimore's hot right now. They really are.
I mean, most teams playing Houston's going to get hot.
Well, no, Baltimore's won 9 in a row.
Yeah,
dude.
Houston kind of sucks right now.
Yeah, well, they do. They do. That's
their
good.
Chances though.
Yeah. No, it's always good to go to a baseball game. That's cool.
Yep. Nope. That was fun. And then of course Spain wins the World Cup. Yes, I did watch it. Although I was at an event, but we were at a bar. Of course, the game was on, and Spain just dominated. Spain with their great defense. Messi couldn't do a damn thing. Argentina couldn't do it. They didn't even get a shot on goal. And the jokes about Argentina representing the Giants and Jets offensively in that stadium were spot on.
I thought that was good, too. A lot of celebrities there, including Victor Wembanyama, who's getting roasted on social media. We'll tell you about that in a little bit. Well, he is. The one announcer I was watching, and he mistook. Well, now I can't even count the guy's name.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon for Brad Pitt.
Oh, same thing.
No, it's not. If I'm Brad Pitt, I'm pissed.
All right. But if you're Matt Damon,
you're probably happy about it.
Now, did he miss him or did the producer misidentify him?
Well, I don't know who did what. All I heard was the announcer.
You know, talent will blame the producer.
And he
for that.
goes, "Oh, there's Brad Pitt. He's here too." And then somebody told him that ain't Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
No, that's not him. That's Matt Damon. But there were a lot of Will Ferrell was there. I mean, a lot of celebrities watching that thing. Here's the thing, and I want to get into it just a little bit because you got to help me understand. And I'm not talking about you, Minix, because you're no longer a soccer expert.
What do you mean I'm no longer a soccer expert?
No, you're done. It's over, and so you can't call yourself that anymore.
Man,
here's what I don't understand, because that game was not good to me. It was boring as hell. Will somebody explain to me why that was a good game yesterday?
I'm going to put my soccer expert hat back on and explain it to you.
Okay, I want to hear about it because somebody please let me know. And we'll tell you why Wemby got roasted or is getting roasted on social media. We'll do all of that when we continue here on The Blitz on a mellow Monday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm presents the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Jane Dawson did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With the money she saved, she got herself a pricey bird feeder with an ultra-high-def camera. Should Jane have just bought a regular bird feeder? Yes. Is it hard for her to admire nature when the camera doubles as the bird's potty? Also, yes. But it's Jane's savings, and if she wants to spend her time watching the digestive habits of the white-breasted nuthatch, we say you go, girl. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows. Plus 0 down, 0 interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call. In the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Poro chance to cross, hooks it in. Williams battling, knocks it down. It's free. It's a goal. It's Ferran Torres.
So is the ole, 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 I thought that was an Argentina thing, no? It could be anybody? I'm asking because I don't know.
I mean, it feels like an Argentina thing.
It always seemed like that was a Monte Ginobili thing, the ole, ole, ole,
sure.
ole.
I mean,
right?
we used it for them. But, I mean, you know, the way they were bullfighting out there against Spain, and Spain was playing keep away. Boring game, not boring game. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776 on Twitter. He is at Joe Reinagel 210. Tweet at me at Jason Minix. I was bored. I did not find that entertaining. That said, that was a hell of a game plan by Spain. But it's a game plan that, as a soccer expert, and I'll still call my soccer expert even if the Hall of Famer says I can't, that most soccer people don't enjoy, because Spain plays a boring brand of soccer. Incredible defense, keep away, and then they strike fast. And they're going to win their games low scoring. They're going to take your best player away, which they did to Mbappe, they did to Messi, they did everything. In a lot of ways, relatable to, I think, Joe and other people, kind of like watching a wishbone offense or a defense that is so suffocating that you can't do much and there's nothing the other team can do about it.
No, I don't mind that. I honestly don't mind that. What the best performance of the day,
Shakira?
I don't care what you say. Well, she was good too. But was the Argentinian goalkeeper. That dude, he was the best player on the field yesterday.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he really was.
That's not a good thing.
I'm just saying he was the best player on the field yesterday. 11 shots on goal Spain had, and he blocked them all, or most of them.
Except for one.
But, well,
he blocked them all until he didn't.
At the very end.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, he was fantastic. And I thought Spain, they completely dominated. They should have won 5-0. I mean, they should have kicked Argentina's ass.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. So to me, I'm like, okay, well, defensively, yeah, they were great. But offensively, they sucked.
Spain?
Yes.
Well, it's hard to score. And you got a goalie that was playing incredible. But in reality, though, it's, I don't know. Let's go with the baseball analogy. They had runners on. They had runners in scoring position. They couldn't score.
Yeah.
But they won the game 1-0 because their pitcher was dealing too. But that is typically what Spain does. And Argentina's game plan was so pathetic in the sense of it was almost like the United States against Belgium. You know, all the hype coming in, could they live up to the moment? And again, you know, I've been a soccer expert now for almost a month. And I heard an announcer guy say this late in the second half, and I said it in the first 10 minutes. Argentina's trying to get the penalty kicks. Argentina is trying to survive 90 minutes plus the extra time and get this thing to penalty kicks. Argentina, it felt like their game plan was if we don't get the penalty kicks, we don't have a chance to win.
Well, here's what I want to ask then, okay? If Spain's defense was so great, and so what about Argentina? Their defense was pretty damn good too, apparently.
Well, they are. I'm
just saying.
I mean, it was, you watch a good slobber knocker football game, Alabama, LSU, 9-3, and it was a great defensive game. You see other games like that, and you go, piss poor offense. This was that level of defense really on both sides.
It was one guy for Argentina. Okay, let's face it. Guys had 11 chances to score, and the goalkeeper was brilliant.
Yeah.
That's it. So they dominated Argentina. Pisses me off that it took extra time for them to win because, I lost money.
Well, and that's really why you're angry.
Yeah, well, yes.
Because, again, for you uneducated soccer types, when a goalie is making that many saves, a big part of that is the defense setting up to where, they're going to get a shot on goal, but it's going to be clear where the goalie's got eyes on it the whole time. It can be in position to get there.
Yeah.
It's everybody working together, synchronized as a group. You see some of those goals and, the goaltender's not in the right position or he's blocked and can't see, and they're able to get one past him. Part of that, Argentina, the lanes were there for them to shoot because they were taking away the passing lane, knowing that the goalie had the guy with the ball, the striker, in his sights, so it's coming at him. He's going to be able to knock it away.
Minix, I will give you a lot of credit. That sounded great.
Soccer expert.
That sounded really good.
I mean, that might be a lot of hockey knowledge in there because the concept's got to be kind of the same, does it not? But it did look like Argentina was playing passing lanes as opposed to shooting lanes, knowing that their goalie was back there and the confidence that they have in their goaltender.
Well, he did a great job, their goaltender. He was good. I think best player on the floor, on the grass, or whatever you call it, on the pitch.
It was real grass, natural grass.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It sure was.
Yeah.
And good weather there at Giant Stadium, so that was nice. Or is it Giant Stadium? It's MetLife Stadium.
Well, it was New York, New Jersey Stadium for that particular event.
Particular one,
it will be back to MetLife Stadium, home of this year's Army-Navy game.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's very true. So, World Cup was good. Everybody's still talking about it and what it brought. And the United States did a great job hosting this thing. So did Mexico and Canada.
No,
all of the above.
I know you were already at the Hall of Fame event.
I missed a lot of the second half.
All right, so you missed like all the shenanigans at the end. Is that the right soccer terminology?
I saw
James
some
Pledger?
video of that. What happened?
Well, I mean, Argentina was pissed, and they weren't friendly sports. And then the FIFA president dude trying to take our president and get him out of the team picture because I don't know if Donald knew he wasn't supposed to still be in the picture. But really, there's more talk about the inflatable trophy going up.
Yeah.
That's going to be a meme forever.
Well, as it should be.
I mean, that was funny. Did they not think that through when they were putting that thing together?
Did
they not practice raising it up and going, man, the way this trophy is shaped and that movement?
I would imagine every Spain player probably was doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, while Shakira was on stage or just
yes.
in general, or the new photos of Sydney Sweeney. I mean, you could, although the World Cup marketing genius is, anytime you see anybody, as Ronegger would say, shiny, all you got to do is throw that little gif of the trophy inflating on the pitch, and everybody will know exactly what you mean.
Well, that brings us to the other point, the halftime show. I did see that.
Well, of course you did.
Madonna was just awful. She's old. I mean, really, I'd face it. And Bieber was like, I don't know what the hell he was doing. I don't know. Was anybody entertained by that? Shakira was the best one on the pitch. Was she even on the pitch, or was that all like?
No, she was there. It was on a stage.
Green screen stuff.
No. That really happened. That really happened. I will say I was at a friend's engagement party. Game was on. There was a DJ there. The only time they put the sound on for the soccer game at this place we were at was during the halftime show because the ladies wanted to hear it.
Well, that's, I guess. Did they enjoy it?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'm just wondering. There were no oohs
I was
and
drinking
ahs
beer.
and all of that stuff.
I was drinking beer.
I'm just wondering.
I was I know the guys that I was sitting around, we didn't watch a whole lot of it.
I was not entertained by that. And I tried.
I mean, you're old. You're not the audience.
Well, I tried. I don't know. They had Madonna.
You have reached the age to where you're going to bitch about the halftime shows no matter what. Unless they trot out the Eagles or Journey or something like that.
They had Madonna out there.
Are, like I said.
Madonna's older than I am.
And you wouldn't have liked Madonna, 30 years ago.
I like Madonna.
That would be borderline that you liked Madonna
virgin.
back then.
Yes.
Yeah, you didn't know her then.
I didn't know her.
Well,
what the hell does that mean?
I mean, I don't know that you were a Madonna fan during the Material Girl stage.
I was not a non-fan. I mean, yeah, sure, I was. Madonna was.
You with 5 daughters, the song "Papa Don't Preach" comes to mind.
I don't know, were my daughters born then? I mean, Madonna's
They're
old.
your daughters, you tell me.
She's
some of them were, at least 2 of them were.
When was Madonna popular?
1984, I think, is when she, really hit the scene. And then, of course, when was Like a Virgin? Was that wasn't on like Borderline and all that, was it? I don't know. She's been on the scene for a long time. For a long time, she was the scene.
Madonna's older than I am. We're being asked this question. Yes.
How old is Madonna?
Like a Virgin was 84.
Was that 84?
Well, there you go.
All right.
I didn't have any kids then.
Well, you were trying.
Well, I was trying for many years before that, I guess, or at least practicing.
When did Papa Don't Preach come out? Because your oldest is what?
She was born in 1984.
Yeah.
That'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I should ask a lady's age.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
I don't give a damn.
86.
How old is Madonna?
69.
See that?
Now you're just throwing out funny numbers.
Guessing.
Is she really 69?
Age.
I looked it up yesterday. Hold on.
69.
I mean, if she's
67.
She said so. She's much older than me.
Much older than you.
Much older.
You guys could have went to high school together.
Well, she'd have been a senior. I'd have just been a freshman. Dude, I'm telling you, she's old, and so
she's old.
I'm like, Madonna of all people. Why?
For old people like you, I guess.
Couldn't believe. Then Bieber, I don't know what the hell he was doing.
Here we go.
Unbelievable.
Here we go.
How old is Shakira?
You hate Bieber.
I don't hate him. He sucked yesterday. Shakira's 49.
Yeah?
She's still very shiny, though, and those hips still don't lie. Very good. And then there was Wemby yesterday at the game. Showed a couple of shots at him, but he was sitting, I guess, in the suite that he was sitting in, which is funny. The sun was shining in on him.
Uh-huh.
And there were some times, or at least the one shot that they got him, he was having to close his eyes basically to get the sun out, and then he leans back, and there was shade over his eyes. So New York fans are giving him hell. Said he's back in New York, where the lights are too bright still for one Wembanyama.
It is funny that Wemby is the villain guy in certain parts, because I know he got booed at that Fanatics Fan Fest, which again I find comical. Now, granted, the people that were booing were spending a whole lot of money to line up to try to get his autograph.
Sure.
But we understand how that works. But it is kind of interesting, kind of funny. I don't know what the right word is because he's ours and we all love him. But when you hear people be critical of him and treat him like, I don't know, he's Draymond Green or somebody like that, the villain part, it's going to be interesting to see as the year progresses this upcoming season how he embraces that in that role. I'm surprised he didn't, on the spot, get a sunglasses sponsorship deal if the sun was in his eyes.
Well, he may have.
Or that he wasn't wearing sunglasses.
He was not wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
He was not. But
although when you're told you're going to be sitting in a suite, you might not think you need them.
See, he had to lean back. I'm looking at the video now because the sun was in his eyes, and he had to lean back. And so you go down with the tweets and the replies, and they're just giving him hell. Like the lights are too bright for Wemby again in New York.
Well, I mean, they're New York fans. They're used to 1-0 games in that stadium.
Well, just saying. So there you go. And I was surprised Wemby was in New York. Why was he not in Miami, watching France get their ass kicked?
I'm guessing they get paid pretty well to show up at FanFest, that Fanatics deal.
Yeah, probably do.
And since he was there for that, it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just roll with it.
Let's see here. We got a poll question. Pledge is riding up there. Let's see. What'd you think of the halftime show? Loved it? Liked it? Or it sucked?
Yeah.
Shakira was the best part, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No question about it.
Or who was the halftime show MVP? Maybe not everybody agrees with you that,
So there you go.
that Madonna was awful.
Maybe that's it.
I didn't watch enough of it to really weigh in.
Well, I watched most of it, and then I had to leave.
Hall of Famer.
Well,
all dressed up.
Hall of Honors or whatever it is. Honors. What I can't remember what they call it. They got a nice little plaque though. It's nice. It was a good night, Minix. It was a very good night.
Dude, we could have celebrated. There was a dinner spot right down the road from where this event took place. As I'm driving up on Goliad Road, there's a Fred's Fish Fry.
Was it open?
I don't know.
We could have probably got some good drugs in there.
I
would imagine. I don't know. Perhaps.
After watching the female tag team match that I saw, we needed some.
Dude, that was awesome. Are you kidding me? That was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's one word I could use.
They do a good job. I love pro wrestling, man. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Enjoy it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, though, there's a lot of talk about the Cowboys and Super Bowl. And here we go again. I guess it's
July, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Cowboys and Super Bowl. And is Cam Scattaboo the dumbest human being alive? I'm asking for a friend. Just a question. We'll discuss when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's Texas Quarter Horse Racing's biggest weekend at Retama Park. Don't miss the live racing action. Friday is the big summer showdown with 6 incredible stakes races. And Saturday is the Retama Park Derby. Visit tickets.retamapark.com for all the details.
South Texas summer is no joke. With temperatures in the triple digits, your roof takes a beating. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're local, family-owned, and ready to help. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from a team that knows South Texas weather. Whether it's commercial or residential, a small repair, or a whole new roof, get peace of mind with Stevens Roofing. Call 210-785-0994 today. Stevens Roofing has you covered.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. The sound of a seatbelt. It's one of the most important sounds in our car. It means everyone is ready and everyone is safe. The more our kids see us put on our seatbelts, the more natural it is for them to put theirs on too. Make it a priority. Buckle up every time. Hear the sound? Make it a habit.
Paid for by NHTSA.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, Summer League's over, World Cup's over. I think that means it's football season, Rob.
51 days till kickoff. We got so much to do in so little time. Oh, yeah, and there's the rest of the world, too. I recommend 2 shots of coffee and an alarm at 6 a.m. We'll see you then.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back here on a mellow Monday. Happy you're with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hope everybody had a great weekend, safe weekend, had a lot of fun, or whatever it is you wanted to do on the weekend. Here we go, another week. The good part about this, Jason Minix, is the fact that 1 week from today, the Dallas Cowboys will report to camp in Oxnard, California.
2 weeks from today, the Blitz will report to Dallas Cowboys training camp.
Yes.
In Oxnard, California. Our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys training camp coverage brought to you by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. See, we don't go when they first arrive. We go when the pads go on. Because the first couple days, we don't need to watch a bunch of grown men stretch, right?
No, you don't.
We like to see pads on that first scrimmage, that Sunday, and then the show on Monday. Plus, I mean, we're not rookies at this. All the TV guys, they go early.
They go early,
and then they go home. And, that first week, I don't know, the second week that the Cowboys are out there, the first full week in pads, half the media is still there, right? I think most of, whatever San Antonio TV stations go, they'll all be out there for their Sunday night shows. I think Don Harris might be the only one left with the Sunday night show. Like, instant replay doesn't exist anymore.
It does not, and Ken's doesn't have one either.
All right. So, but Jerry generally does TV rounds for all the Sunday shows out of Dallas or wherever, and then they leave Monday or Tuesday.
True. I remember doing that. I mean, we were there day one when they reported, and the way that the pros do it now, there's not a lot of padded practices.
Nope.
I mean, they're just not. So when we go and we start our show 2 weeks from today, we'll be in Oxnard doing the show live there. The Cowboys will be in pads that entire week. And so that's where we feel like we get more out of that, and you can kind of see what's happening and who's playing well and who's doing what.
Well, and look, I'm ready for football. I'm excited to get out to training camp. Dak Prescott, talking at his charity event over the weekend, says he's excited for camp.
Here a couple of weeks out from reporting. I'm super, super excited. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. Just had the guys out, the receivers, all the pass catchers out in Park City for a great trip, great couple of days, and we all got better. It was 100% participation, and just the energy and just the work that we're able to get. Also the brotherhood, the camaraderie. I'm itching for camp, itching to get into it and just get better. Year 2 in Shotty's offense, and year 2 under Shotty as a head coach, making all the changes. Christian Parker, obviously Caleb Downs, just all the additions. A lot of excitement, and I'm as excited as anybody.
That's good, and I think most Cowboy fans are pretty excited to see what this version of the Dallas Cowboys look like.
And one of the things that I can take from that comment, 100% participation. That means George Pickens.
Sure.
What was there. And by all accounts, George Pickens is going to show up day one of Oxnard and participate in training camp, because even though he's playing on the tag, he can do the hold in, but it kind of feels like Pickens and his camp, at least as we sit here, a couple weeks out, go have one hell of a season and then cash in. Too many people that don't fully participate in training camp, CeeDee Lamb, have a subpar year, and when you're hitting the open market, you can't be coming off of a subpar year. So the smart business play is for George Pickens to go out there and do everything he can to have a hell of a year without getting hurt.
Well, and the fact that he signed the franchise tag when he did, he's not going to hold out. I mean, I wouldn't hold out. It just doesn't behoove him to hold out. So he'll be there. I think he's got another year, and I think he's come to terms with that, him and his agent, that they've got to prove it. whether that's proving it to the Cowboys or perhaps the rest of the league, that's what George Pickens has got to do. So I just saw a stat that the Cowboys have the third highest offensive payroll in the NFL, behind the Rams and, of all people, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Well, and again, most of the resources Jerry is invested on the offensive side. That offense has to be great. And with the offense being what it is, you expect them to go score a lot. Obviously, the defense can't be worse than it was last year. But a big part of it, though, you heard Dex, second year in the system. We all know that continuity is a big thing. And then, of course, while it's the middle of summer, almost mid-season form with cliches like, we got to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you've been in this thing 10 years and you've had different, seasons, you've had 10-game win streaks, you've had only 3 lost seasons, 4 lost seasons or whatever it is, and you realize it's about being hot at the right time, and it's about learning each and every moment in a loss. I mean, there's still, only one undefeated team going back to the 70s, so, we're probably going to lose. But when we lose, let's make sure it's a lesson. Let's make sure that we're not, digging ourselves in a deeper hole and that one turns into 2, but yet we understand what we've done. We've been accountable, whether it's individually as a unit or just even as a team, and learn from it to know that, those situations, those things are going to come up again, and we've got to make sure that we learn from it in the past to execute and to make the most of it when it's our time.
I like Dak Prescott more every time I hear him. You know why? Because he actually said the Cowboys are going to lose a game. They might.
I mean, they're not going undefeated.
They may go. I thought Cowboy fan thought they're undefeated.
No Cowboy fan has ever said that they're going to go undefeated.
Just saying.
But is it our year to go win the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, just each year you think that, but when you have last year's we did, the offense that we did, and you make the changes, and you've got a great defensive coordinator, and you got young guys, old guys, the great mix of vets with talent, and us understanding what needs to be done, and when you've got the vets that we do, how to approach each and every day, and understand that it is a journey, it is a process. It's not going to happen in week 1 of training camp, but we've got to make sure we're getting better every day, every moment we're together.
There you go. Got to get better every day, every moment, every hour.
Well, that's it. Because really, I mean, it's kind of funny because somebody asked him, well, the Super Bowl is the only thing you haven't done. That's not true. Well, get to an NFC championship game. But, yeah, Super Bowl is the next great accomplishment for Dak.
Shoot, yeah, it's what's left for me. And it's always been my mindset. It's the one thing I truly love about the Cowboys organization and the fan base is it's that or nothing. As I said, wherever that was on the live stream, is that's what being a competitor is. If that's not how you're wired, if that's not how you think, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, then I think you're in the wrong business. And honestly, I don't want you on my team. So I love those expectations, and it'll always be that.
And they will with Cowboy fans. I jest and give them a hard time, but I mean that's the way that it should be. And I think Dak's right; those expectations should be there each and every year. And I just told you, I think that with the money they've spent on that offensive side of the football, the offense is supposed to be damn good. And they've added some money to that defense as well. I mean, look, I think, and I know everybody's going to be pissed off when I say this, but I think, you know what, Jerry has done his job. Now it's time for the Cowboys players to execute.
I love you, Dak.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not. A couple years ago, they had a Super Bowl caliber roster.
They did.
And Green Bay happened. Dez caught it. That was a Super Bowl caliber roster. Now, you might get a little pushback, deservedly so. This is a really strong roster that Will McClay has put together. And Stephen and Jerry. But it is offensive heavy. And there are some question marks on the defense and some reliance on things that you haven't seen happen before. Somebody I know likes to use the phrase, we just don't know. There's a lot going into this season that Overshone is going to be healthy for every game. We've never seen that before during his NFL career.
No, we haven't.
We think we know what Caleb Downs is going to be as a pro. I mean, hell, he was already fitted for a gold jacket. I mean, you coming out of the draft. You know, there were some young defensive backs that the Cowboys are hoping can live up to expectation. There are some question marks at the tackle position, both sides on that offensive line. The interior of the offensive line is great. Tyler
Guyton, not so much.
And again, what's more important, right? I mean, having two great guards and a solid center is great. That's like saying, man, my walls are insulated to the max. The roof's a little shoddy, but I mean, so if it rains, we're screwed, right? I mean, so while you talk about Jerry doing his job, there's some people out there would say, yeah, hold my beer a little bit. But to your point, this is a hell of a team. It should be, I say should be, a playoff team this year. They haven't been a playoff team 2 years in a row now. That offense last year was incredible. But there were some games last year that offense was stuck in the mud. Defense didn't help. Defense can't be worse, but playoff should be the expectation this year in a deep playoff run. Now you got Aaron Donald. Is he going to come back? I don't know anybody in their right mind that has the Cowboys as the favorites to win the NFC. But as we see here on the 20th of July, they should be in that mix of things fall their way, they have a chance to be there.
Sure, of course. And I think you say that about every team. You got to stay healthy. You got to be lucky injury-wise. And you got to win. You got to win the games you're supposed to win for sure, and then grab a few that maybe people aren't expecting you to win. Because look, the Cowboys' schedule this year is pretty tough. Mm-hmm. I mean, it really is. And so there's going to be some games where they're going to have to fight and play hard and overcome a team that they're most likely going to be an underdog to. I can think of the Houston Texans right now. That game on the road. It escapes me. They go to Baltimore, I think, or Baltimore comes to Dallas. One of the two. Anyway, they've got some tough games coming up, and they're going to have to play well.
Well, and then there's always teams that you don't expect. Like will Carolina actually end up being a good team this year? Is Chicago going to take another step forward, or are they going to take a step back? You could say the same thing about the Green Bay Packers. The Rams are going to be good. Just the NFC West. What's Detroit going to be like this year? Washington with a healthy quarterback. How good are they going to be? And the Giants are kind of a wild card team as well. They hired a Harbaugh. That's a good first step. Love the quarterback, Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And I love Cam Scatterbo.
Sure.
Arizona State dude. But that guy, it just feels like Cam Scatterbo. And again, if you followed him in college like I did while he was at Arizona State, because I said this when he was coming out of the draft, the way that guy plays, he's going to have one hell of a short career because he's insane. And he's not going to change the way he plays. But I don't see that guy being a 9 to 12 year type of player.
No.
And, last year, smashed up his ankle. And then you see him over the weekend, the video?
Yes.
He's trying to prove to everybody that the ankle's fine, and he does a backflip, and he does not stick the landing, and he falls.
I'm sure the Giants were thrilled with that video. Everybody, just that's great. It's funny because I heard some talking heads on ESPN that, well, that's just Cam Scatterbo. That's just what he's going to do, and it's not like he's Saquon Barkley, and he's the Giants at least last year relied on that guy pretty heavily, a hell of a lot more than I think a lot of people thought until he was banged up, and when you got an ankle like that. I mean, come on, dude. Just be a little smarter. I know you're young and you got all this stuff going on and you think you're invincible, but you got a football career ahead of you and you might want to make some money before you act like an idiot.
Well, I mean, again, Cam, being Cam, speaking at that Fan Fest, he was on a panel.
Do you enjoy
go ahead. Just play the audio.
Do you enjoy being like the wild maniac moniker? Is that insulting or is that like, yeah?
No, I totally enjoy that part. I think I less enjoy the brain dead kind of guy. But it is what it is. I mean, the New York people love it, so I'm just going to keep being me. And if they want to say I'm brain dead and I don't have no brain, then who cares?
Mm-hmm. I mean, answers like that don't help with the not the sharpest tool in the shed comments that he gets labeled as.
Look, I think the guy's a hell of a running back. He runs with no fear. He's going to bang into you. All of those things are good. You're right. His career is probably not going to be, a 20-year career. But just there's stuff. If you're on the football field and you want to be reckless and play that way, that's one thing. But when you're not, I mean, come on, dude. Especially you're coming off a shattered ankle, for goodness sake, and you're doing backflips that you're not hitting and falling down. I guarantee you every Giants fan in that moment just held their breath. I mean, they had to have.
I mean, and the coaching staff as well. And Pledge, did you see Get Up this morning? One of the old NFL Network guys was on Get Up this morning. I forget who it was.
Wasn't it Schrager?
Well, no, he's been on before. Schrager's been on before. Might have been Kyle Brandt. I don't know. But he used a great analogy, because I had it on in the background, wasn't actually in the room. I was glad to see Greeny back from his long vacation. But he used an analogy in talking about Cam Scatterbo that is accurate. He said, everybody talks about, having that dog in him kind of thing. Well, he is a dog. He's a lab, and you come home and you see the pillows are all torn up and you go, why'd you do that? Well, I'm a lab. I'm a dog. It's what I do. Cam Scatterbo is Cam Scatterbo. That's what he does. That's the kind of dog that you went and got. You know what he's going to dig in the backyard and he's going to tear up the pillows, but he's going to jump in the pool and go chase a ball, and it's going to be fun. That's what you have.
Well, for fans, it's a blast watching this guy play. I loved watching him play last year. I'm just talking about stupid things that you are in control of. You didn't have to do a backflip. Did somebody paying him extra to do that?
No, but that's who he is.
I don't give a damn who he is.
I mean, again, I've watched this guy since he was at Arizona State.
Okay.
I have seen this guy out on Mill Avenue in Tempe, Arizona. That's who he is. I mean, that's what he does. And the Giants know that. Now, Harbaugh wasn't the guy that drafted him. But the Giants, when they went and got him, they knew what they were getting. And to a degree, it's like Jackson Dart. At some point, he's going to learn he can't take some of those hits. Quarterbacks, they all seem to learn. You can't always just run and take those kind of hits. But even a guy like Jackson Dart has that kind of mentality. Will he dial it back some? To a degree, we saw Dak do that after he shattered his ankle. Couldn't run it anymore. Didn't try to run it anymore. It ain't worth it. At some point, a quarterback will learn that. I don't know if a running back like Cam will, but the craziness that you see off the field, like just doing a backflip, that's who he is. But at his position, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of Gronk. But you don't care if your tight end's doing that, right? Because, Gronk is Gronk. But your running back, you just can't afford to lose that guy.
Yeah, they do mirror each other in a lot of ways. Again, I love his personality. On the field, I don't care how he plays. He wants to be reckless. He wants to bang. Great. No problem. I'll applaud him for that. But what I won't applaud him, he's got to grow up. And you can't do stuff like that. Giants are paying this guy. He's decent amount of money, and I'm sure he'd like to get that first big paycheck.
Yep.
And you ain't going to do it when you're doing stupid circus tricks at some meaningless card show. I mean, it's just the way that it is. And to me, that's just it's irresponsible to his teammates and his team. And you got to stop. Yeah, to me, there's no excuse for that. And if he shatters his ankle again, well, that could have happened so easily.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
If he would have gotten hurt doing that?
And I'm just like, why? Why do that? It's just dumb. I don't care if that's who you are or not. That part of your personality needs to change. Unbelievable. You know what? We were at a wrestling event last night.
We were.
And I've always been a big fan of pro wrestling and happy to be a part of it for as long as I was. I think Tom Brady is headed there.
Mm-hmm. RCW?
I don't think RCW,
Okay.
but maybe the other one, the big one,
Oh,
WWE.
Oh, those guys?
Those guys?
I don't know if they can afford Tom.
Well, no, they can't. Yeah, I think they can afford Tom and anybody else that they wants to do it. And would you go to a strip club if one of the strippers was 82?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
You might want to go see this lady. I don't know. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz, 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can even start the bonding process online. Go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Workdays work better with food. And not just any food, the good stuff. That's why there's Easy Cater, the workplace food platform where you can order from a huge variety of great restaurants for any group size, anytime, anywhere, all in one place. Whether it's gourmet deli trays for the client meeting, spicy noodles for the night shift, tacos for the weekend crew, or a big box of brownies to tell your team, thank you. Just use Easy Cater, one platform to feed them all, and feed them well. Start an order at easycater.com.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quartermoon, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quartermoon logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quartermoon Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
SEC Media Days underway today, and the commissioner of the SEC, Greg Sankey, confirmed that there have been real conversations about whether the league should break away over the Protect College Sports Act bill, which the SEC does not support. Sankey did say his preference is to work together to improve the Protect College Sports Act, and that the SEC has offered 10 common sense suggestions. We'll hear from him coming up.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, happy Monday, everybody. Hope your week is getting off to the best start that it possibly could. So happy you guys have, and gals have decided to join us. Spend a part of your day with us here on The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, and, it's a mellow Monday, Minix, which is always nice. Makes Monday a little bit better.
So a little bit later today, we're giving away a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom.
We are.
That sounds really good.
Which will brighten somebody's Monday.
Absolutely it will.
So stay tuned for that, for sure. Lots to talk about. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Whatever you did, if you spent it with family and friends, or you just chilled out, or whatever you did, hope it was a good one.
Well, absolutely. I know. Say it as crazy as this weekend was. Come to work to rest.
Yeah, no kidding.
And to come to work to recover.
Yes.
From the weekend. And what a weekend for both of us for different reasons. My Camel jockey days are officially over. I announced my retirement from that. And you went to the RCW Hall of Fame.
Well, yes. I don't know how long they've been doing that. If that's the first year of this, I'm not sure. But it was a lot of fun being back there. The packed room. I mean, it was crowded. Look, Brandon Oliver, a good friend of mine who owns that thing, he's done a hell of a job of keeping that thing going for 20 plus years. I remember when he first started, he actually worked at Ken's TV along with his wife, and that's how I met him. And, he struggled. It was a tough road to get that thing going.
I could imagine, although, and I will admit, I've never seen it, never been. What a production.
Yeah.
What a production. And I can only imagine how good it looks on television or streaming, whoever they're doing, but just the camera people that they have and the setup and the whole ring entrance stuff. I mean, it was interesting. It was very well done.
Well,
and I'm talking to Joe before he goes, it's like you got your speech, because the first person went, this guy had a War and Peace kind of speech, and well deserved and honored and all that kind of stuff. Well, like, Joe, did you write a speech? He was like, it will come to me. So I'll get up there and something will come out. And as soon as you get up there, man, that whole, I don't know, Mean Gene /
Mean Gene.
Buffer, a little bit of everything. Part love me, part I'm going to be a heel and and just go from there, man. Like it all came back to you.
Well, and that's what was fun about that. You mess with the fans a little bit, they mess with you back, and it was so much fun being a bad guy. That was the best part about it, so you got to take your shots. But it was a lot of fun, and again, I appreciate them for first of all for the opportunity to be a part of that for as long as I did, and then the nice honor, nice little trophy thing.
I know, man. The golden Speedo is something that I never thought
really
I would
cool.
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
If I could only wear that thing, it'd be nice.
I'm just kind of glad you can't.
Well, I never did, thank God for everybody. I never wore Speedo. But
some that I saw last night probably shouldn't.
Well, there were some spandex pants, too, that some of the ladies had on that probably shouldn't. But, neither, whatever.
Those tag team ladies that reminded me of the Road Warriors.
I have a lot of respect for those people just because I know what they do and the stuff that they have. I mean, they don't obviously get out there and do whatever. It's a whole production and a whole,
it still has to hurt like
rehearsal
hell.
and all of that. Some of it does, and I used to feel some of that.
Yeah,
to be totally honest with you. So, but it was fun, man, and I appreciate those folks. I appreciate you and your wife coming out, Minix.
We want to support you, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
Just glad you went early.
Yeah, me too.
Speaking of wrestling, let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novo Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
So at the Fanatics deal over the weekend, Tom Brady slaps the crap out of Paul, what's his name?
They're two brothers, and I'm not sure which brother it was.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, yeah. Now, he's not he's pretty obnoxious, but, I mean, the other guy's more obnoxious, is he not?
Yeah, I don't know. But apparently Tom Brady and the WWE are in talks for a potential partnership.
Now, I wonder what I think that's interesting. Obviously, he's making enemies with the Paul brothers, so they've got that storyline going if they want to do that. But Tom he walks up there and the two are face to face, and he just reaches back, slaps the crap out of him.
And again, it felt very WWE. Why would Tom Brady want to do that?
I don't know. It's fun. That's why.
I mean,
it's a blast.
Sure. If he doesn't think he's going to get hit. I mean, I know with the No Bowl and some of the other products that he pitches, it feels like there would be a good business relationship between Tom Brady and the WWE. But does anybody really think Tom Brady is going to get in the ring and fight Logan Paul?
No, I don't think so.
Now, could I see Tom Brady acting as the manager and Gronk fighting Logan Paul? Sure. Or the storyline where, Brady's about to go fight him and then here comes Gronk or somebody to defend him. I mean, all of those, but Tom Brady as a fighter, I'm not buying that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does. Obviously, they're setting up something. So for a payday for Brady and I don't know, they sell a lot of tickets for sure. It'll be interesting to see what Tom does there.
I mean, whatever. It's like that's not going to make me want to watch.
I'll watch.
I mean,
that.
Now, granted, if Tom Brady ends up having to fight Giselle's jitsu trainer. I think whatever the pay-per-view on that is, I think we would all tune in just to see that.
Well, you want to see Tom get his ass kicked then, huh? Look, I don't want to see that.
Tom Brady's just going to add to his ring collection.
Well, he is.
Or get a belt.
The guy, and somebody's throwing money at him, money that he probably can't pass up. I mean, if you're throwing millions of dollars at you to do something like this, why not do it?
I guess.
I suppose.
I mean, it's kind of like going to the Live Golf Tour.
Dude, I'm so happy bad things are happening to them. First of all, you got the crybaby Bryson DeChambeau all weekend crying after he basically got caught cheating.
Yeah.
And then he's crying. He apparently asked President Trump to do what he did with Balogun and the soccer to get it overturned, and obviously that didn't happen. And Rory McIlroy told him he's a cheater, and he's not very fond of him.
All of them, Scheffler.
I'm not very fond of him.
Scheffler, everybody was like, I got more to say, but I'm focused on a golf tournament right now.
Yeah. The guy cheated. I mean, and he got caught. He cheated. Or he attempted to cheat, I should say.
I could almost see it both ways. Now, I'm not. If Rory and all these others are saying he cheated, But on the video where he was patting down the grass, did it really impact his ability to swing the club?
Doesn't matter.
Well, no, wait.
It's against the rules. Does it matter if you're going 60 and a 55 and you get a ticket? I mean, it doesn't matter.
There's the grace period, and we all know that. But that's the thing, is like everybody, interprets that rule, because while he did, and it was clear that he stomped down some grass, although the way he did it was a little trying not to be obvious kind of thing.
Because he was cheating.
But the way the rule reads, he didn't really do anything that helped his ability to play that golf ball.
Yes, he did.
Well, see, that's up for interpretation, because I've seen some.
Obviously, it's not if the rules officials who know those things better than you and I came over and said he was cheating. He was cheating.
Again, it's like, should that have been a red card or not? I mean, but to your point, to that guy's opinion, it was.
There were 3 of them actually that all had the same opinion.
All right, but they all talk. All right, you're right, and he's a live type, so screw him.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But there were other rules people and former players say that he didn't do anything, based on the video. I can't look at that and tell, and you're not objective enough to. But even when it was happening in the moment the other day, Pledge was saying, I don't know that should be a penalty, while you were ready to have him completely disqualified.
It's very simple, and if you need me to find the rule, I'll find it for you. You cannot stomp down grass, because look, when you take your club away and it hits grass, it bothers you.
Yeah.
You come through, it bothers you. If he's stomping that down where that's no longer the problem, it's an advantage, is it not?
Well, it is, but that's the thing. Based on where the ball was and where he lined up to swing, he didn't stomp down the grass that was in his swing pattern.
He cheated, and that's all that matters.
And I'm good with that, because I don't give a damn about the guy. But I do find it funny that those that are anti-live, he cheated. What a cheater. And then there's other people that are like, it's kind of a gray area. I think it's funny.
Well, I think it's great. Yeah. You know what's even more funny is the Live Golf now is getting sued by a Canadian-based technology company that filed this lawsuit today. It's called Moby Systems Group Limited. They filed the lawsuit in the U.S. District Court in Miami on Friday. The lawsuit alleges that Live Golf failed to pay its licensing fee of $820,600 and $104,000 in usage fees this season, and they're seeking additional damages of $209,000 in lost revenue for the remaining 6 events in 2026 after it says Live Golf breached its 2-year contract. They're all a bunch of cheaters, Minix. The whole damn thing just ought to go down in flames.
Well, it's heading there. It's certainly heading there. Although you got to pay your bills. Don't be a company like that.
There you go.
Pay your bills.
DeChambeau. Go do your YouTube videos, dude. You're making enough money there.
Ryan Eagle sent me a video, yes. A link that included a video. And I'm a professional, so I watched it. But I even said when he sent it to me, why are you sending this to me? I don't want to watch this. Headline, World's Oldest Pole Dancer, an 82-year-old who turned a fitness challenge into a passion to work the pole.
Now, what are we talking about here?
What do you think we're talking about?
This lady's pretty damn good.
Imagine that trophy that they inflated on the field.
Yeah.
82-year-old pole dancer, when they pull the plug to pack that little trophy away and put it away, because that's what would happen if you walked into a strip club and saw an 82-year-old on stage.
Well, she's an Italian woman, it says here. She trains.
That doesn't make it better.
Well,
it doesn't make it better. 82 is 82.
Trains 2 or 3 times a week, says she won't let her age decide when she stops. She's been doing this for a long time. And she keeps herself in shape. And, I mean, for an 82-year-old, she looks pretty good.
I mean, yeah, for an 82-year-old. Now, there is, and I don't know how old this lady is.
She's 82.
No, in Atlanta. There's an actual stripper in Atlanta, very, very famous at a place called the Claremont Lounge, which is a legendary place in Atlanta. Not where you get the good wings, different place. But she is old, and her big thing is she will take a beer and smash them between, and that's basically what your money gets you when you find this woman.
New meaning to when the mountains get cold, huh?
Yes.
They turn blue. Dude, I'm watching this lady. There's video of her.
You're still watching that video?
She's good.
Yeah. Really?
What? Have you watched the video?
No, I'm not watching an 82-year-old stripper.
She's not stripping. She's got clothes on.
I'm not watching an 82-year-old work the pole. What kind of clothes is she wearing? A muumuu?
Dude, I'm telling you, get in trouble. If that's how she works the pole, I don't care how old she is. What are you talking about? Goodness. This lady is damn good at this.
With AARP $2 Tuesdays, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at ChristusHealth.org.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this waterman is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Most of us are one good deal away from finally replacing that worn-out rug, fixing up the backyard, or getting the bedroom we actually want. Good news, that deal's almost here. Wayfair's Black Friday and July sale. Get up to 80% off area rugs and up to 60% off outdoor and bedroom furniture. Shop Wayfair's huge selection of styles and find the piece to fit your style, budget, and space. Plus, free shipping. Black Friday in July ends July 27th. Shop today at wayfair.com.
Wayfair, every style, every...
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at TTHA.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
Hey, we've got a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page if you'd like to go there. If you saw the halftime show yesterday for the World Cup final, who was the halftime show MVP? There's 3 choices: Madonna, Shakira, or Justin Bieber. Right now, Shakira is running away with it, 86%. Bieber is next at 11%, and the one Madonna fan at 3%.
Wait, 3%? You think that's only one vote?
I have no idea. I mean, there's not many votes. That way, we need a lot of people to go in there. Call your friends, wake the neighbors.
Shakira dominated. I didn't watch enough of it to really.
Yeah, I was getting ready because I had to leave, and Bieber would just depress the hell out of me.
What did Bieber do?
He sang a song that was just sad. I don't know if it was sad. It was slow, and it was just like...
All right, hang on. James Pledger, our producer, is a huge Bieber fan.
Is he?
loves some Bieber.
Did you watch? And you thought it was good? No, he thought it was good.
He thought it was good.
Of course.
Did he sing a depressing song?
I thought so.
Did he sing a song that everybody would know, I would hope?
Yeah, it's a song about love.
A song about love.
That everybody would know?
Ryan Eagle not knowing a song does not count when a sentence like that is said. But I have no idea. I wasn't.
It's a gospel-esque song.
I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Everything hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was slow. If you wanted to make out with your significant other, that was a perfect time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good.
All right, go vote in the YouTube poll. You can get there through sasportstar.com. There's a little shortcut if you're already on YouTube. Then just search out San Antonio Sports Star. If you're having trouble with YouTube, hit refresh. It's fine.
Yeah.
It works. It works. The SEC types are all gathering down in Tampa, Florida. Media days start today. Now, Elko, he doesn't talk until Wednesday. Sark and the Longhorns, they go on Thursday. But Commissioner Greg Sankey today opens to just start, I think, with a can of worms in a very long-winded answer. Now, granted, it was an answer to a question. It's not like he delivered a speech saying, boy, I can't wait to make a whole bunch of news. But it does feel like a long-winded answer that didn't need to be if he really wanted to keep this behind closed doors.
So you phrased the question, Eddie, of how real. So I'll take that as like real or not real. So they're real. People have talked about that. They've opined about the frustrations that bring them to the point of saying we should look at something significantly different. I do not believe that is a leverage point. I think that's just honest communication. I would prefer that stay in a meeting room or on a video conference and not be part of the D1 ticker the next morning, but I don't control all of that. Eddie, what I think is important is those comments represent a high level of frustration with the circumstance in which we find ourselves. We have regulated ourselves more aggressively than other colleagues by choice across our league. We've had different academic eligibility restrictions in the past. So we've had different transfer restrictions in the past. So some of what you hear comes out of a culture that we can regulate ourselves. But the frustration that exists is when you go to a meeting 8 years ago, we want to change the volunteer coach rule in a Division I setting, and the Division I membership can't see their way through change, and so that creates risk. I think some of the transition into this 5-year eligibility model, that it happened when it did and the way it did, that magnifies frustration. We went through a college football playoff discussion for years and introduced a 12-team playoff where it just sat because colleagues couldn't move. And they had reasons, but those reasons really didn't resonate. And so understand that beneath the observation is frustration. But I also know the pride with which I spoke of 13 national championships, and there is meaning and value. And I do think a national expectation that we participate in a national organization. But that national organization must function in a healthy manner. Otherwise, that simmering will continue.
There's a lot there.
There's a lot there, yes.
But he did admit, behind closed doors, there have been discussions that the SEC could break away from the NCAA and just go do their own thing. I don't know that it will ever happen, but I don't want to say that I don't think it would ever happen. Could the SEC and the Big Ten and basically college football say birds up to the NCAA and go kind of create their own? But the SEC is dominant now, yet the Big Ten is winning more. There is truly a debate on what is the best football conference. 5 years ago, 8 years ago, I think it was clearly the SEC and everybody else. If I'm Greg Sankey, I look at what's happening with the Live Tour as an example. You know what? Doing something on your own doesn't always work out. It just doesn't. Now, there are other examples of things that worked. I mean, the AFL, NFL merger back in the day, that worked. As long as the product is good, as fans, we're going to watch. But if they got away from the NCAA and tried to do their own thing, there are some financial aspects that I imagine that the NCAA kicks in that makes things a whole lot easier that would probably go away.
I would assume that that's the case too, but Sankey must feel like just a TV deal and the one that they have is enough, and maybe they get more. Look, there are a lot of commissioners. I say a lot. There are a handful of commissioners that aren't thrilled with this Protect College Sports Act as in its current form right now. And Sankey admitted that they've made some suggestions to try to improve this thing. If his problem is he doesn't like the 5-year eligibility rule, I'm not sure why. I mean, are you happy with 25-year-olds still playing college football? I mean, in all seriousness, because a lot of these players are staying in college football a hell of a lot longer, and I don't think it was ever designed for that. Unless you're gonna break away and you're gonna make your own pro league. I mean, in all seriousness, I'm not sure exactly what Sankey is upset with when it comes to this Protect College Sports Act.
And again, it's hard to say. Are things better now than it was a couple of years ago? All the COVID year eligibility, and aren't we running out of guys that are eligible to be in for 7 or 8 years? I mean, because that the COVID extra year that everybody got, then you combine it with NIL. Well, hell, I'll stay in college football. I can make how much? Why go get a real job?
Yeah.
Or especially if you probably aren't going to the NFL. Or I look at a guy like Cam Ward. Cam Ward, with that extra year, went from being a 3rd to 5th round type of guy to the number 1 overall pick in the draft. So, I mean, you just kind of look at it. But 5 years to me is enough.
I think it's plenty.
But the other problems that they have addressed seemingly are working, like the one transfer portal window. I know Jeff Traylor, speaking at the Texas High School Coaches Association meeting that started Sunday down in Houston, says having one portal was nice.
It was nice to only have the one transfer portal. I feel a lot better about our team because of the young men we brought in. I had a relationship with every one of them except for 3. I knew I was losing Patrick Overmeyer and Devin McEwen. I have a great relationship with those players. They still played in the bowl game. They helped us win a bowl. I'm grateful for those young men. But I knew they were leaving. I knew there was going to be one transfer portal. So I knew to get moving. We knew there was not one in May, so we knew this was going to be our roster. So we got to coach a lot differently this spring. We probably have the last 2 years. You weren't negotiating with young men during spring ball.
Crazy.
When you want to put them in push-up position or run a few more gassers. You weren't worried about all that kind of stuff.
I can imagine they're thrilled that there is only one transfer portal. Because it's a mess, and I don't know what's all in this thing. I'm not educated enough, and I should be on this Protect College Sports Act, but that's got to be addressed. And changing schools every year, it seems to me, that has to be addressed. To me, that's just wrong.
Well, and again, one portal window, and there's so much that is probably going on behind the scenes that the average fan is completely unaware of. Like, dude, I need to work this guy hard, but he's looking at leaving. I don't want to piss him off and overwork him because he could be out. But could you imagine you're in spring ball? That's why they didn't want to have a spring game. Nobody did, because they didn't want, somebody to come and offer one of their players something that they couldn't match. So they knew what their team was in the spring. And as a football fan, and I imagine a lot of us are like that, it's fun to talk about who's getting what. As long as the games are good, your team is good. But it doesn't seem like it's affected the product on the field. Although Jeff Traylor did admit at the Coaches Association, and he'll be on our show Thursday. I can't wait to ask him about it.
Yep.
The last couple of years, he hasn't been overly thrilled with the product on the field.
If something else changes, we'll adjust again. But I've been really excited the last 2 years with how we're slowly getting this thing more manageable because, the fans are the one that we all forget about. The product on the field needs to be great. Now, the players are important too. And those kids staying in a place and getting a degree and all those things are super important. But the fans are important, right? We want to put a good product on the field. And the last 2 years, I haven't felt real good about the product, Jeff Traylor and the Roadrunners that put on the field, honestly. Whereas those first 4 years, I felt really good about our product. And when the season's over, I want to put a good product out there on the field. And I think the rules we put in place are going to help all coaches and players put a better product on the field.
Well, let's hope so. And I think Jeff's right. I think most Roadrunner fans would agree with him. The product on the field has not been what we're used to when Jeff Traylor was first hired in some of the teams that they had. And I think I think it's going to be better this year. I mean, they're picked to finish second right now for the latest poll that I saw from the American Conference. So they're up there.
Although a little pushback, I mean, we knew they were at a level where they were dominating Conference USA. Realistically, were they going to take a step up and play in the American and dominate the same way? And they still have been dominant as hell inside the Alamo Dome. They just had some issues on the road. But I wouldn't say that, man, what's wrong with the Roadrunners? They lost all these players and this product sucks. I mean, they were still a competitive team. Now, to the Jeff Traylor standard, maybe not. But I'm a little surprised to hear him say that way, the way I'm interpreting that, because obviously a step up in competition is going to be tougher, and not everybody is going to have championship years every year, but that should be the goal. But I don't think he said it in a way that, we didn't win the conference championship, so it's like overall, while he always talks about loving his team, he probably loved all the guys, but not necessarily the team.
I think it's exactly the way to interpret that. But I mean, look, he's a coach. He strives for perfection, and I don't think he's just blaming the players. I think he's blaming everybody, including himself.
Yeah, the system.
He didn't like the product that was on the field, and putting that product on the field is first and foremost his responsibility. And so I think he's talking about himself there too. But again, we all know this, and we've talked about it. UTSA is behind the eight ball when it comes to getting players here, just simply because you can't pay them enough, a lot of them, to keep them here. And players are going to leave because they're going to get better offer. And the fact that they've been able to keep McCown, I think, is a testament to that coaching staff, and especially a Jeff Traylor, that he wanted to stay here and play football here. And he's been rated as one of the top quarterbacks in the American Conference this year as they head into the season. So I think UTSA is going to be they're going to be a quality football team this year. I just wish somebody would come up with something. And obviously the SEC doesn't like what Congress is passing, and they want to make some changes, and that's going to happen. But not everybody's going to get everything they want.
Nope.
I mean, it just doesn't work that way. And so Greg Sankey saying, I'm going to take my toys and leave if I don't get what I want, to me is a little bit childish, quite frankly.
It is. But when you're in the room and you think that you swing the biggest bat and everybody else would just fall in line, and the Big Ten's like, you know what, I think we want to do it this way. You get the headbutting going on and see who blinks. And that's part of it. Every one of these commissioners are looking out for what's best for their conferences and not what's best overall for the group. And that's where it's, I think, very difficult. Say, as a commissioner, you have to do what's best for your conference. So how do you compromise and say, all right, well, this might not be the best for the SEC, or this might not be the best for the Big 12, but for the overall state of college athletics, this is what we need to do. So as a commissioner, your job, do everything you can for your conference, that doesn't necessarily mean you're compromising to the detriment of your conference for the overall good of the game. And that's ultimately what needs to happen. But all these guys are doing what's best for their conference, which is what they get paid to do.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it all turns out and whether this has any legs to it at all. And I'm talking about the bill coming out of Congress very quickly, and we are big time up against it. The SEC preseason poll out. Georgia's number 1, Texas number 2. Then what's interesting here is they have a tie at number 3 between Ole Miss and Texas A&M. So interesting. It goes on Alabama at 5, Oklahoma at 6, LSU at 7. So you can take a look at that, but that's kind of how they stand if you believe in preseason polls, and I'm not a huge fan.
It's 338, no, you still sucks.
Well, absolutely. They do. We're going to take a break. We had the World Cup yesterday, and we're getting your reaction. We actually have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Who was the MVP of the halftime show? Madonna, Shakira, or Justin Bieber? You can chime in on that. And what did you think of the World Cup? Because I'll be totally honest with you, and I need your help. I really do. I thought it was a little underwhelming, quite frankly. At least what I saw. I didn't get to see the second half, so I will preface it by saying that. But the first half was quite. Well, I was dozing off. I mean, if that tells you anything. We'll talk about it when we return. Here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, speaking of dozing off, if you're tired all the time, struggling to stay motivated, sex drive isn't what it used to be, it might not be your age, it could be low testosterone, which is why you need to get into Synergenics and take that free testosterone test. And if you need it, licensed providers will create a personalized testosterone replacement therapy plan just for you, based on your lab work, your symptoms, your health goals. And then treatment carefully monitored to help you feel great, look great, and live your best life. And for the entire month of July, there at Synergenics, they are celebrating the men who are ready to declare their independence from low testosterone as part of their 250 for 250 celebration honoring America's 250th anniversary. So what that means, 250 for 250, if you start TRT in July, you stay on treatment for 90 days, you'll receive a $250 account credit. So book that initial appointment now. Go to Synergenics.com. Schedule your free testosterone test. And again, if you need it, they're going to put you on that plan. Most major insurance plans are accepted, so invest in your health this July. It starts with that free test. Book it now. Synergenics.com, Synergenx.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, Summer League's over, World Cup's over. I think that means it's football season, Rob.
51 days till kickoff. We got so much to do in so little time. Oh, yeah, and there's the rest of the world, too. I recommend 2 shots of coffee and an alarm at 6 a.m. We'll see you then.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back on a mellow Monday, here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy you're riding along with us this afternoon. We appreciate it. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix. World Cup's over. It's all done.
R.I.P. to my World Cup expert status.
Yes, well, he went too soon.
You know, I really do feel like I got way more into the World Cup than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was talking to a guy over the weekend, and it was like, I can't stand soccer. I tried. I can't watch it. Could care less about it. And that kind of surprised me because he seems to get into a little bit of everything, but zero interest. Where the only game that I really didn't care about was Saturday's third-place game, which might have been the best soccer game that's ever been played in the history of soccer, but it doesn't mean anything. But I went to the Astros game down in Houston on Saturday. It started at 3 o'clock and went to extra innings. And there were more goals scored in a soccer game than runs in a Major League Baseball game that goes extra innings.
Doesn't it suck, though, when a game goes extra innings and they stop selling beer in the 7th inning?
That does suck.
It does, man. That blows. I digress.
Yes. First world problems.
I didn't watch Saturday's game, and I wish I would have. I really wish I would have, because 10 goals scored is incredible. And I bet that would have been a lot of fun. Look, all I'm saying is, and I know I'm getting hammered here on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, somewhat. I don't understand, what am I supposed to get out of what happened yesterday? Was it, I don't know, Spain's defense? How about Argentina's defense? I did enjoy the Argentina goalkeeper.
Yep,
that dude was good, and to me might have been the best player on the pitch yesterday.
He gave up a goal. I mean, you got to credit somebody from Spain. But now we have a guy that that works in the office who is from Spain.
Yes.
And that guy has been on pins and needles this entire World Cup tournament. And over the last couple of days, I can only imagine what Jorge was like yesterday watching that game. But that is the way Spain plays. It is a boring style of soccer for an already boring sport. That is saying something. But it's, in a lot of ways, a wishbone offense. Nothing dramatic, and they play incredible defense. They take away the passing lanes, all that kind of stuff. And, I kind of felt like from the beginning of the game, even before the first hydration break, Argentina was just hoping to get that thing to penalty kicks. Let's run around for an hour and a half and then go to penalty kicks, because that was the only way they were going to have a chance to win. It was weird watching a team like Argentina play where they seemed to be settling. And in some ways, it felt like when the United States played Belgium, all the hoopla and all the hype, and then they showed up knowing they didn't have a chance to win, and they played like it, which for Argentina, for a player like Messi, was surprising. But also, you've got to credit Spain and their plan. They didn't let Messi do anything. They didn't let Mbappe do anything. And they got one dude on that team. Apparently, he never got beat one time the entire World Cup.
Yeah, that's what Jorge told us, the guy from Spain. Look, but as charmed as Argentina had been this entire tournament, I mean, if you're Spain going into that second half and it gets late, you're just waiting for that magic to happen again. Now, it didn't, but I think you're just waiting for that to happen. And so I will credit Spain's defense. I guess I'm an arrogant American when it comes to this, but I want to see a little more action. I want to see some scoring. I want to see some of these great kicks or headers that go into the net, and just didn't have any of that yesterday. Nothing. Now, again, the goalkeeper for Argentina I thought was spectacular. And you tell me the other guys were doing their part too. I guess they were, but I thought that guy was spectacular. And again, he did his thing, and he saved them. I think Spain should have won that thing 5-0. I mean, the way that they were playing and the way they were outplaying Argentina, they should have at least been up 2-0 in the first half, and none of that happened.
Well, and again, you look at Argentina, officially 0 shots on goal.
Yeah.
Their passing completion percentage was ridiculous, whatever the soccer term of that is. But that was all because of Spain's defense and the way they play. And, I mean, credit Spain. And apparently the ladies from Spain won the last World Cup, so they're the first nation in history to have both trophies at the same time. That's kind of cool.
What is kind of cool?
What are you getting caught up with?
On our YouTube page,
here we go.
Everybody wants to compare what happened yesterday to how the Spurs used to play.
Okay.
It's apples and oranges completely.
Well, yeah.
Completely. And I'm not sure where we're trying to make that comparison and how that even fits. The Spurs play boring basketball. Okay. Guess what? They would still score 90 points a game. I mean, there was that. It was there.
No, but again, I think the comment that Fred Villarreal made on our YouTube page, the same was always said about Tim Duncan and the boring Spurs. Only the real basketball fans understood that.
Well, Jacob Barrick says the same thing. Spurs used to play boring basketball, according to some.
Well, I mean, there was a narrative outside of San Antonio that the Spurs played boring defensive basketball, defensive first, and when you have a superstar like Tim Duncan, who's not overly flashy and that sort of stuff, yeah, man, call 4 down to Timmy. You look up and Timmy's got a double-double, and you go, well, how did that happen? Because he just methodically went to work. In San Antonio, we were always offended by that, but if you're used to the Golden State Warriors and the Splash Brothers or what Kobe and Shaq were doing, but the Spurs carried that boring moniker well, and we've always defended it because they're ours. Just like Spain fans, Jorge, when we were like, dude, that's a boring brand. Oh, it's great. Tactically, it's the best we've ever seen, and blah, 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 because he's defending, and they won. Like, dude, you guys won.
Well, see, here's the problem, though, Jason, and we talked about this with the starting times of these games. And I don't care. Okay, so it was tactically great. Spain's defense was awesome, and they looked like the Spurs. Tell me how many Americans today are celebrating that game yesterday. How many? I mean, I'd have to take a poll.
14.
But not
18.
many. Not many are going to sit there, and that's just us. Not many are going to sit there and watch a game like that, and you got guys running around for 2 hours, and there's no scoring. None. And it's just like, I mean, at some point in time, doesn't there need to be something to keep your attention?
Well, except soccer is typically known for low-scoring games, right? I'm trying to think. Was it the Super Bowl down in New Orleans a couple years ago that was a really low-scoring game? I want to say the Rams were in it, and you had that ridiculous penalty. Trying to think, when was that? 13-3. New England beat the Rams. It was actually Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. 13-3. And we talked about what a boring Super Bowl it was because it wasn't high scoring. And typically you end up, while defenses win championships, the reality is we all like a lot of offense.
Well, of course, you want to see some action. And that's all I'm saying.
And not defensive action.
Well, no, and I don't mind a good defensive game. I'm just saying when you're talking about watching something for at least I had 16 points scored in that game. I had 0 scored in over what, I don't know,
hour and a half.
Hour at least. And it's like so that's all I'm saying. And for me as a guy that wanted to get into soccer and did to some extent, to me that was a real letdown for me to watch that yesterday and be the game that it was. And if the tactical stuff and all of that, okay, I'm not educated enough in soccer to appreciate that, I guess.
Well, and again, though, I got into the World Cup. Will soccer hold me is going to be the question. But I've got even more questions, right? That third place game, which I think is stupid to be played to begin with, and I heard Taylor Twellman or whatever talking about this. It's the only game in the World Cup where both teams have been eliminated. So it's essentially nothing more than an exhibition game. Yet Mbappe scores a couple of goals, and with that wins the Golden Boot. How is that possible, right? If you're playing in a game that means nothing, $2.5 million is what's separated from the third and fourth place team. So the organizations are playing for money, but the goals scored in that game still count for your overall tally, and he ends up winning the Golden Boot. Which does he celebrate that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Do you get anything special for winning the Golden Boot? But how do those goals count when the game doesn't?
Because it was part of the tournament. It's still part of the tournament. And I kind of get that. I mean, that game meant third place, so you get the bronze medal in essence, I suppose. I know, and you guys can hammer me. That's fine. I get it. I want to be a soccer fan, wanted to be one, but I'm not going to sit there on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon and watch guys run around the pitch for 2 hours.
You watched great defense.
Yeah, that was great.
You saw that blade over there in the right corner grow a little bit faster than another blade of grass?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Because that grass over by the Spain goalie, man, there's nothing to prevent it from growing. I mean, because there was no action down there.
None whatsoever.
Yes.
All right, Minix, you know what?
What?
I'm feeling generous now, even though I'm getting hammered on our YouTube page. Fine.
You're fine.
I love you guys
so
anyway.
Sensitive sometimes.
Doesn't make any difference. We got a big game out at the Wolf tomorrow night. The Missions, they are taking on the Frisco Rough Riders out there. And guess what? It's $2 Tuesday. Brought to you by 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We just happen to have a family 4-pack of tickets to give away right now. Right now. Let's give them away.
I was going to go with the number of shots on goal that Argentina had, but that would be 0.
Somebody's got to win.
How many shots did Spain have? 11?
11.
Caller 11.
656-3776, 656-ESPN. Caller number 11. You're going to walk away with a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Missions and the Frisco Rough Riders tomorrow night. Good luck. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me talk to you about Stevens Roofing and Solar. Boy, the rain has been unbelievable, right? And I see a tropical depression in the Gulf right now that could actually slide this way and bring us some more rain. We'll wait and see what happens. But look, now is the time while we've got a little bit of a break in the action to get that roof checked out, to make sure that everything is okay with that thing. If you've noticed some stuff, maybe a spot on your ceiling, or if you walk outside, you see your roof and something just doesn't look right, Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Have them send a team out to your house. It's not going to cost you anything. They'll come out there. They'll inspect your roof. They'll do it for free, and they'll let you know if there are any problems up there that need to be addressed. And the good part about that, it's kind of like going to the doctor for a physical. Yeah, if they find something, maybe they find it soon enough where it's a small problem and they can fix it before it turns into a big problem. It's exactly what they want to do with your roof. They want to take care of a small problem before it turns big. Stevens Roofing and Solar, they are the best in the business. They've been in business here in San Antonio and South Texas since 1983. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about the reputation and the quality of work that this family-owned company does. Give them a call. Don't put it off. 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Saline.
Well, a decision from free agent LeBron James is expected in the near future. Some were hoping it would be today. But according to ESPN, the San Antonio Spurs had some level of dialogue about his free agency. The extent of those conversations remain unclear, but San Antonio has reportedly explored the possibility. Spurs, well, they finished up the Summer League in Vegas. Not bad. They won yesterday. 4-1 in their time in Vegas.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Mellow Monday, we're getting it done on Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Ready for the week? I certainly am because, well, we're a day closer to football season, which is very nice. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix, the Camel rider.
I
guess you call it that.
Well, I did ride the Camel.
Yeah,
I did not fall off the Camel. Somebody did during my race.
I saw that.
There is video on the San Antonio Sports Star socials or on mine at Jason Minix. And the Retama Park photographer has a great photo of me, and I look like I know what the hell I'm doing. And you could see the person on the ground having fallen off her camel in the photo. And all I'm looking at that, thank God that's not me laying on the ground.
Well, yes. I'm happy you didn't fall off. Can I just say this? And I love you, Minix.
Uh-huh.
That helmet looked goofy as hell.
Dude, they give you a Spaceballs helmet, right? I mean, that's the helmet they gave us, and I'm like, all right, this whole night's comical, and I'm gonna, you give the Spaceballs issued helmet.
Yes.
And the people at Retama are very proud of them. They were brand new, and they slapped the Retama sticker on them. And,
nice.
And you're up in the terrace dining, eating when they bring them to you. And I'm like, really? You want me to put this on here and then walk around Retama? I didn't, but you got to adjust it. But you're right. I mean, it's not the sexiest looking helmet. I could tell you that. I knew that.
No, it's not. But that lady that fell off probably appreciated that helmet.
Absolutely. I'm glad I wore jeans. There are some things about the entire experience, and if you watch the video, it will make a little bit more sense. So if you ever get asked to ride a camel, not ride, race a camel.
Race, yes.
And that thing's going to run. Those things go fast. They tell you, especially if you're a guy, you want to stay as firm to that camel as you don't want to kind of raise up at all. And if you're bouncing, one, it's going to hurt like hell. And if you're bouncing, you're about to go flying. So stay. And then they said if it stops, it might start bucking. So that's really when you need to hang on. When my camel, who was the laziest camel out there and did not want to participate, I mean, we come out of the gate 40 miles an hour, and then it goes right. Like, I don't know what it saw, but it's veering towards the right. And at that point, because you can't steer them, you can't slow them down, you can't stop them, you can't make them go faster. They do whatever the hell they want to do. And I'm thinking, we're darting towards the rail and where the people are. And I'm like, we're about to hurdle this thing, and who knows what's going to happen. There's all kinds of things going through your mind, but basically, oh, bleep, and hang on.
Yeah.
Just and I could hear the lady behind me screaming. And then my camel basically stops, and then a camel goes by me with nobody on it. So at that point, I realized she has fallen, and that kind of scared me a little bit because my camel stopped, and the guy's like, if it stops, hang on because it could start bucking. It really doesn't want you up there.
Well, it probably doesn't.
No.
It start bucking. That might have been the scariest thing you heard all night.
Because then you're going flying.
Yes.
Right? So now I'm like, it stopped, and I'm hanging on tighter than probably when it was running because I'm expected for the eject button to get pushed, right?
Now, you guys didn't race very far. It didn't look like
110 yards.
Is that what it was?
110 yards.
Okay.
So when you watch the video, the depth perception is tough because the videos are taken down by the victory area by the finish line, right? So that's where all the photographers are. So it looks like mine comes right out of the gate and goes immediately right. It was going straight for a little bit and then went right. And the lady that was on it for a good 10, 12 seconds before she ate dirt.
Well, I would. And here's a project for somebody out there. Find the video of Minix riding the camel and the lady falling off. That'd be a great little like music video or something. That could happen.
Our social media person did send me a video she isolated on the lady falling.
Oh yeah,
but because it was so far away, the quality wasn't there. Because, quite honestly, based on a bunch of comments, people thinking that was you that fell off.
Really?
Yeah, was that Reinagle that fell. We were somehow going to try to superimpose you onto that, but the quality of the video wasn't.
I wouldn't have fallen off a camel.
You say that
camels
now.
love me.
You know what? Even when we went and met him on Thursday, I don't know if love would be the term I would use.
Well, I think love was exactly the term that I would use. We had a connection.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was very good. I wanted to ride a race a camel, but obviously I'm too heavy.
Easy for you to say that when you know you can't do it.
Well, I didn't know that. I mean, until you told me and you said you were going to do this, and
when I asked,
you said, well, you got to be 180 pounds or less.
When they sent the invite and we were asking, and Pledge, you can back me up on this, who wants to ride a camel, you weren't eager to say yes until you realized you couldn't.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember that.
Of course you don't.
I don't remember that at all.
I will say this: Pledge wussed out. He could have raced on Saturday.
He could have.
But I will say this: he made the right call. He made the right call.
Well, I don't know. Pledge is a skinny dude. He might have won that thing.
It's all on what camel you get. And they told me that when we were, when we go down and meet the camels and get introduced to the crowd, then you got to walk with the camel down to the starting gate. The guy that I'm walking with basically told me, you've got no chance. Just hang on. Because the camel that I had, they do this all year. It's a place, their home base is in Kansas. And he's like, this camel's only won once, and it was a surprise. The number one camel wins 90% of the time.
And that's the big one.
Is that the alpha that we saw?
Yeah, it's the big one.
Yeah, Matilda.
Now, so I'm assuming
George.
Matilda, is Matilda a girl?
I don't know.
That's a big girl.
It is.
Wow, that just completely throws me off. I'd have never thought of that. That was a big camel.
Yeah. And you know what else is crazy? Horses apparently are afraid of camels.
Is that right?
So there was all kinds of timing that makes sure because we go in between races and if you think about where the setup was, down by the track, you know how the opening, you had to walk around because the lane where the horses are coming from the stable to go to the track for the horse races, they've got the camels in that tent, but it's open to the other side. You would think that, they would have it open to where it's easier when people are down there by the paddock area.
Yeah.
But no, the horses apparently are afraid of camels.
Wow. Who knew?
I will say the ostrich races.
Now, how was that?
That was funny as hell.
Oh, yeah?
But the zebra races, you talk about animals that do their own thing. The zebra races, zebras don't want to do that, and they don't want somebody on their back. There was one, and they put the little jockeys on there. And why the little jockeys?
On the zebras?
Yeah, and the ostriches.
Yeah.
And why a professional jockey would risk their life? Because there was a guy, his zebra was darting out, he was going to win, and that son of a just stopped, and he fell off. He was about to win, and he was like going through the windshield.
It's like the donkeys we played basketball on.
Dude,
they just stopped.
Exactly. But this guy, he was gonna win by a mile, and he ate dirt.
Wow.
And I think half the jockeys fell off. I don't know that any of the jockeys on the ostriches made it to the finish line.
Wow.
It's funny as hell.
Now, I bet that's got to be difficult, staying on a damn ostrich.
But based on what I saw, it was difficult staying on a zebra.
Wow.
And a camel, for that matter. At least the camel has a contraption in there to where you've got something to hang on to.
Interesting. Wow.
But there was all kinds of, because they were like, don't straighten your legs at all, because the way camels run, if your legs are you could get kicked when they're running.
So you wore jeans. Were they prickly?
No.
They weren't prickly?
No.
No?
No.
Well, they're not soft.
The camels?
Yes.
I wouldn't say soft, but not prickly.
Not prickly.
I mean, you ever been around a dog that needs a bath?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
But yeah, that I again, my retirement from my camel jockey career is over.
All done, huh?
Until next year.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to say I'm going to try to get in shape and, I don't know, lose 20, 30 pounds and do that, but that's exactly right.
It is the honor system. You could lie to him.
You think, do I look 180 pounds?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
Yeah. Hint of
Just
sarcasm.
wear a loose shirt.
Hint of sarcasm there.
I mean, go on that diet that you were on when you were...
Dude, I'm never going to weigh 180 pounds ever again. I look like I was going to die any moment, and I'm not doing it. So that ain't happening. But I'll go cheer you on next time. Make sure I don't have anything.
Next year, it's James Pledger.
I think it should
James Pledger can represent the radio station next year. Again, I have retired from camel racing.
I think Pledge could get on one of those ostriches.
I think Pledge versus Minix in a camel race.
Again,
I think the listeners want to see
it's all
that.
about the camel. That's the part that sucks. I mean, they tell you you've got no control here. If if you look at the video, none of them ran straight.
Can I pick my camel?
No, they don't let you pick the camels.
So they say this is yours.
I mean, yeah, they were. I don't know how they picked, because I kept asking for Matilda.
Well, you should have greased the guy. You pull out some cash, Minix.
You don't think I tried?
Stop being cheap.
The president of the chamber got that one.
Stop being cheap,
Tom Park
dude.
sucking up to the chamber president out there, and then I realized. But that's the thing, like. Last year, the mayor of Selma said he won. I met like 4 people that won last year.
So
for
you got to
2
be
races.
a politician.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although chamber, I guess that's not a politician.
It's a political job.
It's something like that. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, Minix, 3rd place. That's what you're going to retire at?
No, dude, I'm a winner. I survived. I finished.
3rd place.
I didn't fall off.
You're no better than England, dude. Just saying.
England won 3rd place?
3rd place.
Cool.
You're no better than England.
I mean,
oh, cheerio.
That was bad. That was bad. I'm not an
all
RCW
bad.
Hall of Famer like Joe Reinagel.
Yeah,
I won't be going into the Retama Park Camel Racing Hall of Fame anytime soon.
There's still
although
time.
I should.
There's still time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They had to have one of those up there at Retama Park.
The Camel Racing Hall of Fame?
Sure. I think it'd be fun. Oh, my goodness. Boy, it was a fun-filled weekend for all.
Mm-hmm.
Hope the rest of you had a great weekend as well. There's something wrong with Cam Scattaboo. That's all I'm going to say. Something wrong with that dude.
He'd ride a camel.
We all know he would. He's probably standing up, surfing on that thing. I'm sure he would. We'll talk about that and a lot more. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, I got to brag a little bit about my Connecticut quality water softener, the absolute best in the business. Look, I know, and I've been doing these spots now for a little while, and I know every time I do, you think, I got to check that out. I need to check it out because, well, it is the best in the business. They've been in business for a long, long time. In fact, 50 years here in San Antonio. All their products are made right here in the good old U.S. of A. And I'm going to tell you what, I was skeptical. If you're skeptical, I understand. I've had other water softeners, but when they put the Connecticut water softener in my house, you see a difference right away. It's incredible. Whether you're in the shower, the dishes in the dishwasher, clothes in the washing machine, you can tell the difference. It is an incredible product. There's no question about it. You don't plug this thing in, it runs on that kinetic energy, so it's never going to go out. You're always going to have soft water, even if the electricity goes out. And oh, boy, one of the perks that you're going to love is the free reverse osmosis drinking station that they're going to install right there at your kitchen sink. What I love about this thing, it's absolutely free when you buy a Connecticut quality water softener, but they're going to make it match all the stuff that you've already got there, your kitchen sink. So if your faucet is, silver or gold, well, they've got a silver or gold reverse osmosis drinking station. They'll put it right there. It looks like it belongs. No more bottled water. You don't have to buy it anymore. Don't have to lug it home from the grocery store or figure out what you're going to do with all the empty bottles that you have all the time that just create a big clutter mess. They're also going to give you 0% interest for 12 months. Free money for 12 months. Stop putting this off. Treat your family and treat your home. From the hard water that we have here. This is the best. Call them 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present.
What a weekend. Hope everybody's having a great Monday, though, as we get this new week started. Lots happening. That just means we are one day closer to football season. I can't wait. SEC Media Day is going on now. We're going to have a couple of coaches on this week, Jeff Traylor being one of those guys.
And Clint Killow
and
from
Clint
UIW.
Killow, yes, of course, from UIW.
And if you're a UIW type, if you're watching on YouTube, which you can get through SASportstar.com, Jeremy Urban was in the studio last week, brought us a Trinity helmet.
Yes.
So we need a UIW helmet. We've asked for a couple of years. When they moved us into this new studio, we tried to get all the teams that we have affiliates with college-wise a helmet. And randomly a Texas Tech helmet showed up, but we got A&M, we got Texas, we got UTSA. Finally got the one from Trinity, and we do need one from UIW.
Well, we need one from there. Yeah,
probably even Texas State. You're a Texas State alum.
Well, I mean, at some point in time, what are we going to do? We're going to fill up the table.
I mean, why not? TLU?
TLU would be good.
Why not?
Sure. Hey, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But we need to start with UIW. It's a shame we don't have that. Because we could get rid of that Texas Tech helmet in a heartbeat. I'm just saying.
Are you kidding? Cody Campbell pays a lot of money for it to sit there.
Yeah, he does.
I wish that were true, actually.
Yeah, no kidding. I wish that was true as well. But, no, it was cool to get the Trinity helmet because it's a great-looking helmet.
Yep.
I mean, it really is a great-looking helmet. So, happy to get that one. And did you know that horses are also scared of llamas?
I did not know that.
Well, because we've got a
horse expert.
A llama expert apparently.
She's an expert at a lot of things.
Well, she is.
Just ask her.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see Cam Scatterbo, dude, over the weekend?
Yeah. Now, He plays for the Giants now, so I'm less of a fan of Cam Scatterbo than I was when he was at Arizona State. With my kid going to Arizona State, I am a very big Arizona State fan now. And, who am I rooting for in the Big 12 with Texas now in the SEC? I do root for Tech and Arizona State because my kid went there. And, man, I wanted Cam Scatterbo on the Dallas Cowboys.
I know you did. I remember that.
But that dude is a nut. Now, and I say this, I've seen Cam out and about in Tempe on Mill Avenue. That dude's crazy. We see a Gronk do stuff or a player like that, and it kind of gets celebrated. But when you're a running back or you're a quarterback, the expectations of your behavior seems a little bit different, right? And if you're a Cam Scatterbo coming off of a devastating ankle injury, what he did this weekend at the Fan Fest up there in New York was cringy. I mean, you can't be a Giants fan or a football fan or a guy named Harbaugh and be thrilled with your running back doing a backflip and then not even landing it, doing a flip and then falling down like, uh-oh, what just happened? All right, good. You okay?
Yeah. Because when I first saw it, I'm going, what the hell are you doing? And he kind of, I guess the backflip was a little too far, and he kind of landed on his heels and then fell down. But remember, this guy's got a surgically repaired ankle.
Well, that's it. Did it just snap again?
Yeah, and so that's what you're wondering. Now, luckily, as the video goes on, he gets up, and it appears he's going to be just fine. But I'm thinking, dude, please, you're going into your second year. You set the NFL on fire when you were healthy. You were running the ball hard. You were tough to tackle. You were making a name for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You got hurt. That's unfortunate. That happens. But don't be a knucklehead and doing backflips on your ankle. And dude, it can't. Well, I say it can't be fully healed. I don't know how that works, but I'm assuming it is. But I would assume that the chances of breaking that thing again might be pretty good.
I mean, you just wonder how secure it is. Although he was trying to prove that he's fine. That was the point of the backflip, is I'm fine. Well, then he's part of the Q&A panel, And again, he's got a reputation. He was asked about said reputation.
Do you enjoy being like the wild maniac moniker? Is that insulting or is that like, yeah?
No, I totally enjoy that part. I think I less enjoy the brain dead kind of guy. But it is what it is. I mean, the New York people love it, so I'm just going to keep being me. And if they want to say I'm brain dead and I don't have no brain, then who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have no brain.
I mean, you just validated all.
I love watching the guy on the football field play with abandon, reckless abandon. I love that. I think at some point in time that's got to change a little bit because of the way the NFL is, and he's going to get injured every year if he continues to do that. But that's his style. I get it. And so with that, I enjoy watching him play. I enjoyed watching him play last year. But doing just knucklehead things like this, doing a backflip on a stage, come on, dude. I mean, you gotta grow up a little bit because, you got a team relying on you now. You're apparently a big part of what they want to do. At least you were. I'm not sure what John Harbaugh's plans for you are, but I'm assuming he wants to use you. He's seen you play as well. So, dude, I don't know. Just don't be a knucklehead.
Well, and again, that's it is who he is. But even when I wanted him to get drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, I know that I said at the time, this is a guy that's going to be a lot of fun to watch for about 5 years. He won't have a long career.
Yeah.
His style of play does not scream he's going to be a 10 or 12-year pro. But the years that you have him are going to be incredible.
Well, I just hope he lasts long enough to get a decent contract.
I don't know that a player like that would.
And
I
you're
say
probably
that.
right. You're probably right.
I mean, if you're the Giants and you're forecasting the future, and even what I'm about to say might not make financial sense when it's time for him to get paid, but he is the poster child of what you do with running backs, which is why the running back market was, use them, and then turn them loose.
Yep.
And if the Giants wanted to keep him, tag him, which might be too expensive. But I don't see that guy ever getting, with his style of play, unless it changes and his production doesn't, a Saquon type of deal. But could he be, for a couple of years, a Saquon type of back, where he's putting up a ton of yards and scoring a ton of touchdowns? He's got that kind of ability, but I don't see him.
He damn near single-handedly beat Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in all sincerity, yes.
And the kind of guy that he seems to be in the locker room, that everybody just always wants to be around, a little bit of that Jameis Winston personality. Did you see Jameis at that show, by the way?
I did not.
Somebody brought a cookie in the shaped like a W.
Okay.
So he was supposed to sign it, but then Jameis was like, well, both of us, let's eat some W's, and they were eating W's. I mean,
that guy's funny.
But Scadaboo has that kind of personality.
Sure.
And guys seemingly like to be around him, but at the same time, it is. He just doesn't project to have a long career, which doing stuff like he did this weekend, that's Cam. That's what he does. But even when I wanted him on the Cowboys, he's not going to be a 10-year pro.
No, he's not. Not with the style he plays. Yeah. That I'm going to enjoy watching him while I can. By the way, The Athletic is reporting that ESPN has cut ties with Ryan Clark.
Yeah, this is a little bit of breaking news.
Yes.
ESPN has declined to comment. The Athletic, Andrew Marchman, writes, ESPN executive soured on Clark due to the issues with his words, which peaked with an on- and off-air incident this past season involving Peter Schrager.
Yep, I remember that.
But analysts constantly on First Take and Get Up and NFL Live, and, of course, he has the Pivot podcast. So, I mean, nobody wants to lose a gig that pays you $2 million a year, but with what he does on his podcast, the Pivot's pretty popular, so probably pretty lucrative, but it is a bit of a surprise mid-July.
Yeah.
And didn't he just re-sign not that long ago?
I'm not
Wasn't
sure.
there a bit of a celebration that he had re-signed?
Yeah. I just know that Peter Schrager thing was a big deal at the time. I thought it had gone away, though. But apparently not, at least to the ESPN suits up there.
Yeah.
They have parted ways, according to The Athletic, with Ryan Clark. So
yeah, he signed his new deal in 2024.
Okay.
After a very public negotiation, which caught the attention of many of his colleagues, is what it says here in The Athletic.
Interesting. Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that as we continue on. We'll also hear from Dak Prescott, who is talking Super Bowl, y'all, when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, football season really isn't that far away, and but it is July. You can talk Dak and Super Bowl and start making plans to watch all your games over at the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road, because there's no better place to go watch any big game or any big event. You got baseball, football really is right around the corner, and you go to the Roo because, well, it's a great place to go watch a game and a great place to have food. Their food is incredible. They have the biggest and best wings in town, about 15 different burgers on the menu. Love the fried shrimp over there. Great appetizers. Even the salads are great, is what I'm at least told. They all look good. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. That's the original Roo Pub there at 281 in Redland Road. Of course, you got the Roo Pub open in Rockport now, so if you're heading to the coast, make sure you hit up the Roo Pub. And the third location will open soon, just in time for football. Can't tell you where it is yet, but greater San Antonio area. Number 3 is on the way. The Roo Pub, great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 6
Boy, lots happening on this Monday afternoon, and boy, things will pick up as we get a little closer to football season. SEC Media Days underway in Florida, I believe. Isn't that correct, Jason Minix?
Tampa.
I'm Joe Reinagle. Happy you're with us here, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We appreciate you doing that. There's also, we're, 2 weeks from being live in Oxnard, California, because 2 weeks from today, the Blitz will be live in Oxnard, California. Cowboys training camp. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, our AA Best Bail Bonds Cowboys training camp coverage, powered by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds. Ready to go? Have your hoodie ready?
I got them.
Uh-huh.
Because it gets a little chilly.
It's the weirdest trip because you pack for 2 weeks, even though you're there for a week, because what you wear during the day won't cut it at night.
No, it gets down in the 50s at night.
And during the day, you can't wear a hoodie.
No, you can't.
It's too damn hot.
So, yeah.
It is. Look, there are things that, all right, like the Seahawks started reporting for training camp already. I think they're the first ones in with their rookies. And hearing the commercials for the Hunters Extravaganza. It's just that time of year where, because of the World Cup and the Spurs run to the finals, it just feels like a shorter off season of what are we going to do? You know what I mean? All of a sudden, media days are happening and coaches convention. I went to Houston on Saturday to go to an Astros game, and I'm seeing a bunch of coaches and the High School Coaches Association conventions in Houston this weekend. So you've got that going on. The media days, it's right around the corner. What did we just hear from the promo for Rob and AJ? 51 days until football. And I agree with everything Rob said, except for I'm not a coffee drinker and a 6 a.m. alarm isn't in my future.
No,
but,
it's not in mine either. I like coffee, though. I'll do coffee.
2 shots of coffee. I'm not even sure what that means.
Well, I'm not sure. Is that 2 cups?
He said 2 shots. Is he an espresso guy all of a sudden?
Maybe he is.
I mean, mornings have changed that guy. But it goes with the territory. But also you have a bunch of NFL types having their camps right before they have to get ready for work.
Yep.
And Dak Prescott was at a charity event over the weekend, and he also did a Q&A with season ticket holders the other day. Some things that, Dak generally does well when talking to the media.
Yes, he does.
But he, something that he did say while talking about being excited for camp really caught my ear when it comes to George Pickens.
Here a couple of weeks out from reporting. I'm super, super excited. I'm healthy. I'm ready to go. Just had the guys out, the receivers, all the pass catchers out in Park City for a great trip, great couple of days, and we all got better. It was 100% participation, and just the energy and just the work that we were able to get. Also the brotherhood, the camaraderie. I'm itching for camp, itching to get into it and just get better. Year 2 in Shotty's offense and year 2 under Shotty as a head coach, making all the changes, Christian Parker, obviously Caleb Downs, just all the additions. A lot of excitement, and I'm as excited as anybody.
Well, and that's good, and I hear what you're talking about, 100% participation out there. But, look, if Dak's going to, pay for a trip to go out to Park City, Utah, who's going to say no?
But again, a lot of work, but a lot of play. But you're right. But for a guy like George Pickens and a more or less drama-free offseason for the Dallas Cowboys, the one piece of drama that you anticipated was George Pickens. He signed his tag early.
Yep.
All right. Is he going to show up for training camp? Is he going to hold in? What's he going to do? But I do think it's such a great sign that there was 100% participation. I don't know how often it's 100%, but I think Dak throwing that part in was by design.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was there. And you didn't see it on social media. You didn't, or at least I didn't. I don't know if it was out there. I don't remember, but everybody was there. And George Pickens could be that one piece of drama. And there'll be something. Hell, it's the Cowboys. But it feels like, and we've seen some reports about this, that George Pickens isn't going to do what you typically see a guy on the tag do. He's not going to hold in. He's going to go out there and he's going to work and he's going to participate, because we have seen guys, CeeDee Lamb, hold in and then not have a great season. George Pickens has to have a great season if the Dallas Cowboys are one, going to be successful, but two, that guy's playing for a contract for somebody next year.
Yeah.
And I appreciate George Pickens and his advisory team of saying, we could do all this, but we can't have a subpar season if you're about to become an unrestricted free agent.
Look, I'm going to give, and I'll give it to Stephen Jones here, surprise. I think Stephen laid down the law early.
Yep.
We're not going to give this guy a long-term deal this year. He's going to play under the franchise tag, get used to it, and, we'll talk after the season. And I think Stephen Jones, and he stuck to his guns. And I think Stephen said that early on in the process, and he said he's going to play under the tag. That's it. That's what we're going to do. And again, Stephen, to his word, has done that. I think George Pickens and Mulligetta both understood that he was serious. And so, do you want to play under the tag and have another good year? If it's not the Cowboys, somebody will see you, and somebody's going to pay you a lot of money. Eventually, George Pickens is going to get paid. He's too good a receiver to do that. But I think there are still some questions from the Cowboys, maybe attitude-wise, maybe something that maybe we don't even know about, that there is a reason why Stephen does not want to commit to 4 or 5 years with this guy and millions of dollars. Instead, they franchise tag him. We'll see what happens.
And I think that's another reason why a guy like Dak Prescott, 100% participation, because that tells me George Pickens was there. Did he say George Pickens was there?
No.
But he said 100% participation.
Yeah, he did.
So we all know what he means by that, but that's another indicator that George Pickens is trying to do everything right. And it will kind of come down to how much does he want to be a Dallas Cowboy, or financially can the Cowboys afford to keep him?
Yeah.
Because the vast majority of resources that Jerry has invested are on that offensive side. And can all your guys make that kind of money, knowing that you've got a couple of really good offensive linemen that are about to be paid, and you've already paid CeeDee Lamb, and you've got a quarterback who is making a boatload of money, and I still wonder, while Dak doesn't look like he is anywhere near the end of his career, at what point can the Cowboys say, dude, another contract for you? I can't do it. It's the C.J. Stroud conversation that we were having late last week, right? You look at when C.J. gets paid, and I say when. You look at all the quarterbacks that came the year after, the Jaden Daniels and all those guys. If you're C.J., while you do want to get paid, the market's about to go up when all those quarterbacks become eligible.
That's true.
Where 55, 2 years from now, a year from now, when is Jaden available to sign?
He's going into his third year.
Class? So it's after next year, right? So next offseason, you might see some of these salaries jump 65, 70 million per year.
Wow.
And so if you're C.J. Stroud, you kind of wait. Let those guys change the market, because what's going to happen? What's going to happen when Dak's deal is up? He's not going to reset the market again on this next contract.
I can't imagine. No, I could see Dak getting a 2 or 3 year contract that's going to be worth a hell of a lot of money if he continues to play at the level he's playing at, for sure. C.J. Stroud, look, he's a talented quarterback, so he's going to be in demand, whether that's in Houston or somewhere else. But you talk about a guy, I think, who needs to play well this year. He needs to not only play well in the regular season, he needs to play well in the playoffs. And I think that's going to be a big determining factor for C.J. Stroud and the amount of money he gets. I have no doubt he's going to get paid by somebody, and I'm pretty sure it'll be the Houston Texans. I'm just saying the amount of money he's going to get paid will be determined, I believe, by how he performs this year.
Yeah, and again, I think C.J. is in that boat. Like, it might be cheaper for Nick Caserio to do that deal now than wait. And like we were talking about with John McClain last week, CJ isn't going anywhere because he can get franchise tag.
Sure.
And so, but the longer it takes for CJ to get paid, the more money ultimately it's going to cost the Houston Texans if that next quarterback class starts coming up and signing and resetting the market. And Dak Prescott, business-wise, has been brilliant. The way he has waited, held out, played on the tag twice, and short deals. You know how Jerry always wants to do long-term deals.
Yep.
Dak always wants shorter deals, so he's back at the negotiating table sooner rather than later. And he's got, 2 years left on this current deal. All those quarterbacks that I just mentioned. I can't imagine Dak Prescott getting another massive contract from the Cowboys or resetting the market unless they win a Super Bowl. And, of course, at this charity event, Dak was asked, is this the year you're going to win the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Obviously, just each year you think that, but when you have last year's we did, the offense that we did, and you make the changes, and you've got a great defensive coordinator, and you got young guys, old guys, the great mix of vets with talent, and us understanding what needs to be done, and when you've got the vets that we do, how to approach each and every day and understand that it is a journey, it is a process. It's not going to happen in week 1 of training camp, but we've got to make sure we're getting better every day, every moment we're together.
Yeah, Dak sounds like a broken record in a good way.
Yeah.
He does. He says the same thing every year. But it's good to hear that. And I will never criticize Dak Prescott for his leadership capabilities. And the guy had a hell of a regular season last year. He did. The Cowboys' problem was not their offense necessarily, although there were a couple of games that they floundered offensively. But 90% of it was the defense, and they just couldn't stop anybody. So I expect that to be better this year. But I think for Dak, I think he knows. Dak knows his window is closing. I mean, you get 30, start pushing 35, your window, well, it may not be closed. It's certainly closing.
Shoot, yeah, it's what's left for me, and it's always been my mindset. You know, it's the one thing I truly love about the Cowboys organization and the fan base is it's that or nothing. As I said, wherever that was, on the live stream, is that's what being a competitor is. If that's not how you're wired, if that's not how you think, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player, whether you're a coach, then I think you're in the wrong business. And honestly, I don't want you on my team. So I love those expectations, and it'll always be that.
Expectation is always Super Bowl, but he did say though, they're not going to go undefeated.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you've been in this thing 10 years and you've had different, seasons, you've had 10-game win streaks, you've had only 3 lost seasons, 4 lost seasons or whatever it is, and you realize it's about being hot at the right time, and it's about learning each and every moment in a loss. I mean, there's still, only one undefeated team going back to the 70s, so we're probably going to lose. But when we lose, let's make sure it's a lesson. Let's make sure that we're not, digging ourselves in a deeper hole and that one turns into 2, but yet we understand what we've done. We've been accountable, whether it's individually as a unit or just even as a team, and learn from it to know that, those situations, those things are going to come up again, and we've got to make sure that we learn from it in the past to execute and to make the most of it when it's our time.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, and again, I love what he says, what he talks about, and I totally agree with him. He says, if Super Bowl's not on your mind, I don't want you playing for me. I don't want to be your teammate.
Yep.
And I completely agree with that. And while we make fun of Schottenheimer for his comments about the Super Bowl and maybe Dak, and I give you a hard time, it's here we go. What else are you supposed to say?
Well,
that's got to be the goal at the end of the day.
And again, as talented as that offense is and designed to score around 30 points a game, they just have to get a little bit of help from the defense. What impact does Christian Parker actually make? Obviously, it's wait and see. But they did upgrade certain talent positions. Mm-hmm. Caleb Downs was already fitted for a gold jacket. He's going to the Hall of Fame. A lot of expectation that Overshone can stay healthy. And then some of those other young guys, can they live up to the promise? Donovan Ezaraku is on the all-breakout team that Pro Football Focus put together and announced a couple hours ago. They're he's the one Cowboy on the defense that makes what they call their all breakout team. High expectations. Can this guy live up to the hype. And we've seen some flashes from him. He's going to have more opportunity this year than obviously he's had. But, you know, if a Caleb Downs can live up to expectations coming in as a high first-round draft pick, as a Rocky, Overshown stay healthy, some of the guys in the secondary that we've been waiting on can finally healthy. Well, I mean, I can't imagine that defense playing worse.
No.
And we said all last year, if they could just get the middle of the pack good, this Cowboys team should be really, really good and in the mix. Same goes for this year. They don't have to have a top 5 defense. They just can't have a bottom 5 defense and expect to win a bunch of games and get into the playoffs.
I think you're exactly right when it comes to that. They've got to be able to stop somebody at some point in time because, again, the Cowboys' schedule is tough. They've got a tough schedule. It's a lot of tough road games that they're going to have to play. So their defense is going to have to perform. The offense is going to have to perform too. And they've got the pieces there, obviously, but now they got to go out and prove it. You mentioned that all breakout real quick, and as I mentioned this, they did it for the offense. Cam Ward is their breakout quarterback this year, and I love that. Ashton Genty is running back. You got Matthew Golden and Emeka Ibuka at wide receiver. Tight end Harold Fanning Jr.
Emeka Egbegbo.
Yes. Then the offensive lineman, but Cam Ward. I'm happy to see that, and I really hope that comes true for that young man. As he hails from UIW to start with, and so I hope he has a breakout year. And I think Tennessee will be a little bit better. I think. I really do.
Hope. You're a Titan fan.
Well, look, I'm not expecting Super Bowl by any stretch of the imagination or even playoffs, but it'd be nice to finish, 7-9, or 7-10, 8-9, something like that. That would be nice. I don't know. It'd be great. SEC Media Days are taking place in Tampa, Florida, and the commissioner made some news today.
Sure.
With a big old threat. We're talking about
Here we go.
when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area, they have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, they have everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers. This is KTFM Floresville.
This is Joel Frederick. From all of us at Quarterman, thank you. Through the years and through the growth of this city, you've trusted us to be there when it matters most. For plumbing repairs, air conditioning repairs, new system installs, and so much more. Now, you're going to start seeing a new Quarterman logo. It's a fresh look, but it reflects the same company we've always been. Rooted in hard work, family values, fair pricing, and caring for people the right way. Quarterman Plumbing, AC, and Heating. 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Dave Ramsey here, and I love my Connecticut water softener. Right now, with the purchase of a Connecticut water softener, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink, complete with a color fixture to match your kitchen. That means cleaner, better tasting water for coffee, cooking, ice, and everyday drinking. The Connecticut K5 drinking water station removes up to 99% of many contaminants and can be customized for your home. So instead of buying bottled water or wondering what's really coming out of your tap, you get cleaner, great tasting water right where you use it most. A Connecticut runs on energy from your water flow, which means no electricity, no timer, and no computer that can break. With its twin tank system, you get soft water 24/7. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country for a free water test at 210-656-PURE. And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas Snake Handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We ask them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. They have to be like really comfortable too. Yeah. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Like I think I wear my Birkenstocks every single day.
I just wear what I want and I let other people wear what they want.
Right now, save big at academy.com. Get up to 30% off clothes and shoes and 20% off sports and outdoors gear through July 26th. Academy. Fun can't lose.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, it is breaking this afternoon. If you haven't heard, ESPN has decided to part ways with Ryan Clark. We are expecting a decision from free agent LeBron James. It's expected in the near future. And according to ESPN, the San Antonio Spurs had some level of dialogue about his free agency. Oklahoma City Thunder sent Lou Dort to the Atlanta Hawks for 3 second-round draft picks in a 3-team deal with Dallas.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Mellow Monday, everybody. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. And it was a great weekend, but we're happy to be moving on to the new week.
Here we are.
Here we are.
You know, and again, you know, another Monday closer to football season. And NFL training camp, some are starting today, some will start next week. In 2 weeks, the Blitz will be live in Oxnard, California at Dallas Cowboys training camp. Can't wait for that. You got coaches school going on for the Texas High School Coaches Association down in Houston. SEC Media Days kicking off today in Tampa, Florida. A bar down there called Hat Tricks that's going to have a busy week. buddy of mine that works for a Houston radio station texted me yesterday. What's the name of that bar?
Hat Tricks, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right.
His response back just went there, and it's everything you said, or something along those lines.
Nice. I got to get down there too. We've got family in Tampa, so the Tampa area.
Yep.
So
his strong server staff there.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why you're going. I can't remember a damn thing about the food. I just remember every server looked like they could be Kate Upton's twin.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you buried the lead, pal.
I've told you that before.
I don't think so. Buried the lead, brother.
I will never. We were down obviously years ago. The San Antonio Talons, the arena team that we had back then, and we would play Tampa 3 or 4 times a year in Tampa, which was great. And my roommate on the road was always the kicker, a guy named Stephen Demos.
All right.
And Friday night got in there, and he was trying to propose before we closed the tab.
I've been there, done that. Yes, I have. I got to get in there. Again, family there, and I know you've told me about Hat Tricks. I certainly don't remember about the shiny servers, but
I wasn't telling you to go there for wings.
Well, I did. All you said was Hat Tricks. That's all I remember. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You keep telling yourself that.
Doesn't matter. But I'll get in there at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's interesting. More is coming out about this Ryan Clark firing today. And he was on TV, Jason. According to some reports here on Twitter, he was informed during the show and left. And apparently has a meeting with management tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was on NFL Live. In fact, he was on NFL Live talking about the Dallas Cowboys and going to the Super Bowl.
You know what? They are realistic this year. You go get Christian Parker from the Philadelphia Eagles. He understands how to keep the top on the defense, not give up the big play. And you're expecting someone like DeMarvion Overshown to be exactly what we saw him ascending to be before the injury. We watched him play a little bit last year. I expect him to be fully healthy and be an X factor in what they want to do. It's also going to be about how you acclimate Caleb Downs. You pick him in the top 12 of the NFL draft. Many people thought he would go earlier. He's an absolute savant when it comes to defensive football. How do you implement him? How do you use him? Is he going to be the nickel? Is he going to be the down safety? Will you keep him in the middle of the field? Can we see him one-on-one with tight ends? That's going to be very important to this defense because let's not get it twisted. If this offense is the same thing, they just have to be all right this year. And so if we could see George Pickens in camp, CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott and Shoddy get those guys going, this could be a team that we're actually talking about at the end of the season, not just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. I think he's absolutely right for all the reasons he just stated. And again, Overshown is a question mark. Yep. If he stays healthy, yeah, he can be everything that Ryan Clark just said he could be. That's going to be the thing. And Caleb Downs, I think you can put him in a variety of positions, depending on what you need and what the other offense is going to do. So the Cowboys have a lot of options, and with the moves they made in the offseason defensively, I think they could be really good. So I agree with Ryan Clark.
I do too. And again, I don't know. According to Andrew Marchman, who's the top media guy out there, he was on NFL Live, told during the program that he was being let go. He did not finish the program. ESPN was expected to inform him tomorrow morning when it is anticipated the network will inform more employees of the layoffs, which makes me wonder if he was told during the show, if Ryan's agent was told, and the agent's the one that's told him. I mean, I can't imagine anybody within management would go to somebody that's in the middle of a show and say, in the middle of the show, hey, by the way, you're going to get let go tomorrow, right? Because like everybody else, you finish the show first, and then we'll tell you after. That's typically in our business how it's done. You know, you get off the air and, hey, you got a minute, and you walk into a room and HR is there, right? I mean, that's so except for at that level, most everything goes through an agent anyway. So if they told the agent ahead of time, I could see him finding out during the show.
And I think that's what it is. And so I can't imagine. I'm with you. And the tweets are coming in, saying firing him in the middle of NFL Live is nasty work. But I don't think ESPN did that. I think you're exactly right. It was somebody else, either his agent or someone there on the set that said, hey, dude.
I saw your name on the list.
Yeah.
Hey, why is Ryan not on the show the rest of this week? Oh, yeah, he's getting fired tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
So something like that happened. So I don't think, I'm with you. I don't think a suit walked in there in the middle of the show and said, hey, you're fired.
Well, I mean, looking at the video, he wasn't in studio. It looked like he was at home. So he was in his remote setup.
Well, I guess. I thought I saw a picture. Maybe it was a stock photo of him at the desk, but you may be right.
Yeah, unless the box showed up at his house today that, with the return address label, send our equipment back.
Yeah, no kidding. I wouldn't be in any hurry to do that. Would you?
I mean, it's their stuff. You don't really have a choice.
Well, I guess you do, but I mean, just, is there a deadline?
You don't get to keep company stuff forever.
I get that, Minix, but I might just take my time and say, it
why
got lost in the mail.
Label in the email.
It got lost in the mail. I don't know what happened. I have no idea.
Well, do you want them to come pick it up at the house?
Yeah, maybe. I'll leave it on the front porch.
I remember during COVID times, they wanted you to work from home, and you were like, I don't know how to set all this stuff up. You got to send an engineer over.
Yeah, and they said, well, we can't do that. It's COVID. I said, well, I guess we're screwed then. I don't know what we're going to do. Because when that Snowmageddon happened, remember that you were lounging in Florida?
I was stuck.
Whatever.
I wanted to get home. I just couldn't.
So I couldn't get to the TV station. Some did, and they put some people up in a hotel, and so they get there, like, Bill Taylor.
Yeah, the important people.
Well, of course. And so, but I still had to do stuff on the phone. So I'd go out and try and do like little things, but it wasn't sports. It was all about Snowmageddon.
Wasn't your wife your video person?
She was, and I was very difficult on her.
I've heard. You're lucky you still have her. Although I can say being a camera guy for Joe Reinagle is difficult.
It is?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
You're a pain in the ass.
It was the best. Marcus Floyd can tell you. He had a blast. He had a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not a diva, man. I'm telling you, I'm not.
You keep telling yourself
I'm
that.
not a diva.
Everybody that knows you well knows that's not true.
Dealing with that breaking news about Ryan Clark, and we had to circle back to that, but it is SEC Media Days. And Greg Sankey, again, we teased this kind of a veiled threat, maybe, or just throwing it out there to see what would stick or what may happen to do that. So we'll hear from the commissioner of the SEC. That's coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, I want to tell you about a great company, Window Nation. All right, Window Nation is one of those companies that, you can trust. They've been in business for a long time. They make their own windows, and they guarantee their windows for a lifetime. Not for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, a lifetime. They've got a lifetime warranty. Something goes wrong, they're going to take care of it. And they have got one heck of a sale going on right now. I know a lot of you are thinking about replacing your windows, especially if that air conditioner is running nonstop and your house doesn't feel any cooler. Could very well be that you've got some leaky windows. Get them taken care of. Now's the perfect time because right now you can get 50% off all window styles. So in other words, 2-for-1 windows at this point in time. You can also get 0 down payment and no payments or interest for 2 years. What a deal. No down payment, no payments or interest for 2 years. It is an incredible deal. If you've been thinking about it, now is the time to get it done. It just does not get any better than that. Look, Window Nation's got an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. They've got a 96% customer satisfaction rating, over 45,000 five-star reviews. It doesn't get better than that. This sale is going to end soon because, 2-for-1 windows. That's just a heck of a deal, and it can't last that long. By the way, Window Nation is a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project, okay? The Wounded Warrior Project. You don't want to wait to put an end to your window problem. Schedule a fast, free consultation. How do you do that? All you have to do is go to windownation.com. That is windownation.com.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Imagine going to a place called Las Toxicas.
I dated one of those before.
And you're ordering a $800 bottle service. Like, bro, you're doing life wrong. He's got to go to court on July 30th, so hopefully they throw the book at him. All right.
Have you been to Las Toxicas?
I've never been to.
On C-section Scar Night?
No, I've not. I bet it's awesome.
They got a good buffet.
I bet it's awesome. As soon as Ginger gets the money to fix her left implant, it'll match the right one.
Busted implant night?
Yeah.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Let's go to Vegas.
It's Jason and Joe from the Blitz. Join us at Circa Las Vegas in August for the Circa Sports Ultimate Contest Weekend. The Blitz will be live at Circa August 27th and 28th. And then, of course, we're staying for the weekend. So come to Vegas with us for the Ultimate Contest Weekend.
Circa Survivor, Circa Million, Circa Grandissimo are back. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. So join the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas. More details and discounted rooms, visit circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
The Aggies play here. This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back on the Blitz, and we're getting closer to football season. How do you know, Joe?
On calendar.
Well, that too. SEC Media Days are here. We already had Big 12 Media Days. All the media days are coming up. So the smell of football is in the air. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
You know, with the lettuce situation, I don't know, smell of anything in the air is an appropriate term right now.
What, did you see where they screwed the Taylor made or whatever the hell that?
Taylor Farms?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, yeah. They're coming out now. They're saying that, no, it wasn't them.
Oh, it wasn't?
That's what I saw that this morning, the FDA out with, so it's not them. They're still looking for the parasite. Don't know where the hell it is.
Shredded lettuce.
Yeah, but from where? Somebody had to start this whole thing.
Well, I mean, Taco Bell's taking a beating over this.
They are. And that's sad.
It is.
We should go to Taco Bell tomorrow. What do you think?
I'm good. I'm good.
Well, if I want to get ready for that Camel race,
I mean,
nothing like a good parasite.
I mean, well, then, next year in the summer, you could start working on your diet to lose weight in a hurry that way, so you can lighten up to be able to ride camels. You just want to be a camel jockey.
Well, I would like to. I want to participate. I had a little FOMO. Won't lie to you.
I'm going to tell you, you missed. It was a great time.
I'm sure it was.
I am officially retired from camel racing. It was a great career. I was honored for the opportunity. But James Pledger, he wussed out. He could have went Saturday. He had other obligations that were much higher priority.
Like?
He was watching my dog.
Oh. He could have done that.
He could have.
He could have done that.
He could have done both. But,
yes.
I mean, to make sure that my dog had company on a Saturday night, because she never does. I'm never home on a Saturday night.
No, of course not.
But the TV, the beer fridge, all of that was more appealing to him than riding on a camel, even though a free dinner was involved.
So I'm just curious, when you get home and Pledge is watching the dog, is there any beer left?
Sometimes.
There's
probably no food left. You guys have to go to the grocery store before?
Yeah.
Yeah, Joanna's going to Sam's right now. She's at Sam's right now. Pledge was here. Well, a word about James Pledger.
Why?
Well, I mean, he might have been hungry, but I know how much my dog is supposed to eat.
Yeah.
And he either overfed the dog or he had some dog food with the dog.
Hey, I hear that could be pretty tasty.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm just saying, I've heard that. I had to eat a dog bone once.
What?
Because I lost a bet in my TV days. I had to eat a dog biscuit. One of those that looks like a bone.
Yeah, we all know what a dog biscuit is. Yeah.
Might have been as bad as gizzards.
No, gizzards are good.
I'm telling you, it was awful.
Gizzards are good.
It was awful.
Well, it's like those bacon strips or some of those pepperoni. I mean, I've never tried one, but I mean, how bad can they be?
Have.
No, I haven't. Otherwise, I'd admit to it.
I mean, have you ever eaten at Poncho's?
Stop.
I have, yes.
Then you've had dog food.
Yeah, well, that's the rumor.
I mean, It's kind of like Taylor Farms. They were accused of, and now maybe not.
It's interesting. I saw that today, and it was the FDA's fault. They came out and said, "Well, we were wrong," and so it's not them. But now we're kind of back to square one. You don't know where it is. If it was Taylor Farms, then at least they got to do something about it.
Yeah.
And now, the hell are we going to do?
So now when you get your explosive diarrhea, you can't blame Taylor Farms.
We just don't know.
Well, it's exactly right, Pledge. We don't know.
I wonder who they paid off to say, dude, can you say something nice about us?
No kidding.
I mean, there's a reason they were identified initially, right?
Yes.
But it's like Taco Bell. Not everybody ate at Taco Bell that had explosive diarrhea.
Well, no, but it's not every state though.
It's
right?
not every state.
So my wife, and when was she in there? Friday, maybe. She was in Costco, and said they had Taylor lettuce all over the place, Taylor Farms. So it's not like anybody was pulling that off the shelf.
And hats off to the Dude Wipes social media team. But was there a section of Dude Wipes right there next to the Taylor Farms?
I don't know. She didn't mention that.
I mean,
there was.
If you're running cash in on it, because Dude Wipes on social media has been all over this story.
Well, I'm sure they have. I mean, you got to take advantage of the opportunity.
Absolutely.
But she didn't mention if they were or not. And I
make up one of those little what are they called, end caps or whatever, a little display right there. I'm Dude Wipes. They'll buy one get one free. Can you do HEB combo loco? Get your Bago salad and Dude Wipes.
Imodium.
Yeah, see, there's another good one. Yeah, Imodium, Pepto-Bismol, something.
Sure.
I try to avoid grocery stores of all kinds.
Yeah.
If I can. It's funny because my wife likes it. She likes going in there and going shopping. I'm not a fan.
But that way you can bitch about why we don't have what you want. Well, at least that's how it works at my house.
Well,
why don't we have this? You get a weird craving for something that you've never wanted before, and then you're like, why don't we have this?
And what's the response to that, Minix?
I can't say that on the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
I like my job.
Yes, exactly.
Dude Wipes comes to mind.
Well, I'm fortunate there. I mean, I don't use that particular brand, but we're always stocked with wipes because that's. I mean, that's a.
You use a lesser brand of Dude Wipes?
Well, I mean, it's a name brand.
Oh, you don't know the name, do you?
I do.
You just don't want to say the name?
Well, should I say it?
Well, Dude Wipes ain't paying us.
Cottonelle?
Cottonelle?
Something like that, yeah.
Or something like that.
Dude, I don't care. As long as they work.
Well, that's it.
You're clean and fresh.
Boy, dude, the bidet business should be all over this. Yeah, everybody should get a bidet.
Oh, maybe so.
Absolutely.
Now, so you don't combine the bidet with Dude Wipes? I mean, you want to be extra clean.
Well no, the bidet is not 100%. You just use less toilet paper or wipes if you have a bidet.
Okay, all right.
And you're feeling much cleaner.
Much cleaner.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is the goal in life, which is why you use wipes.
Well, it's exactly what it is. I'm sorry. I like being clean. And
it's a real crappy conversation.
Well, and back when you were a kid, I say a kid, even 20s, 30s, maybe before I discovered wipes. And you had,
What did you do before you discovered wipes?
Well, I'm just saying, I used to hate.
Drug his butt on the ground.
I used to hate the.
Like a little dog.
I hate the after effect when you.
So Greg Sankey today at the SEC Media Days. Greg Sankey's a smart guy. So a lot of stuff going on, and there is a bill, the Proctect College Sports Act, that Ted Cruz and Maria Cantwell are spearheading or whatever. And the big part of it that Greg Sankey doesn't like, one of the portions of the bill that the SEC is dead set against, is the option to pool their media rights. And there's also been extended conversation about current language concerning the formation of super leagues. Both the SEC and Big Ten have asked for changes to the bill in order to support its passage. Sankey said, I gave them 10 common sense things, and they're just not listening to me. So he's not happy about it. And he did admit when asked, well, could you guys break away from the NCAA if you guys don't get what you want?
So you phrased the question of how real. So I'll take that as like real or not real. So they're real. People have talked about that. They've opined about the frustrations that bring them to the point of saying we should look at something significantly different. I do not believe that is a leverage point. I think that's just honest communication. I would prefer that stay in a meeting room or on a video conference and not be part of the D1 ticker the next morning, but I don't control all of that. And what I think is important is those comments represent a high level of frustration with the circumstance in which we find ourselves. We have regulated ourselves more aggressively than other colleagues by choice across our league. We've had different academic eligibility restrictions in the past. So we've had different transfer restrictions in the past. So some of what you hear comes out of a culture that we can regulate ourselves. But the frustration that exists is when you go to a meeting 8 years ago, we want to change the volunteer coach rule in a Division I setting, and the Division I membership can't see their way through change, and so that creates risk. I think some of the transition into this 5-year eligibility model, that it happened when it did and the way it did, that magnifies frustration. We went through a college football playoff discussion for years and introduced a 12-team playoff where it just sat because colleagues couldn't move. And they had reasons, but those reasons really didn't resonate. And so understand that beneath the observation is frustration. But I also know the pride with which I spoke of 13 national championships, and there is meaning and value, and I do think a national expectation that we participate in a national organization. But that national organization must function in a healthy manner. Otherwise, that simmering will continue.
The simmering will continue.
Yeah.
Again, everybody's going to try and do, I guess, what they feel is best for their conference. Nobody's going to get everything they want. But I think the politicians aren't going to stop just because Greg Sankey and the Big Ten, and they're going to try and fix this. They think there's something wrong, and that's obviously why they're introducing legislation. So, I mean, it's going to happen. And I appreciate the fact that Greg Sankey is at least giving them some ideas. Like, okay, let's change this for that, and maybe, you know, we can tweak this for that and go from there. But Greg Sankey's not going to get everything he wants. The Big Ten's not going to get everything they want. The Big 12, so on and so forth. And so are we going to fix this or not, or do we just keep going the way that it is?
Well, and again, it can't keep going the way it is. And quite frankly, there have been some changes made that seemingly most are on board with, like the one transfer portal window. And I know Jeff Traylor, speaking yesterday at the Texas High School Coaches Association down in Houston, said that having one portal window, he likes that.
It was nice to only have the one transfer portal. I feel a lot better about our team because of the young men we brought in. I had a relationship with every one of them except for 3. Like, I knew I was losing Patrick Overmeyer and Devin McEwen. I have a great relationship with those players. They still played in the bowl game. They helped us win a bowl. I'm grateful for those young men. But I knew they were leaving. I knew there was going to be one transfer portal. So I knew to get moving. We knew there was not one of them in May, so we knew this was going to be our roster. So we got to coach a lot differently this spring. We probably have the last 2 years. You weren't negotiating with young men during spring ball when you wanted to put them in push-up position or run a few more gassers. You weren't worried about all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's right. You know, and that kind of stuff needs to change. I'm not sure why Greg Sankey said earlier that he didn't like the 5-year rule. So some of these things are, but coaches have to be going nuts, Jason. Now, we've talked to Jeff Traylor enough to know that, I mean, that dude has got so much on his plate, 365. Mm-hmm. It's not just during football season. And it's difficult for these guys.
Well, it is. And again, what's good for Greg Sankey in the SEC probably isn't good for Jeff Traylor and the American. And all these commissioners, their job is to figure out what's in the best interest of their conference. And is that ultimately what is going to be best overall for the sport of football or college athletics in general? And So the compromise has to happen. Somebody, I think it's the SEC that's in favor of the expanded playoff to 24 teams, but they might be the only of the Power Four that are in favor of that because he thinks he's going to get more teams in, and that's going to equal more money. Because the proposed plan doesn't guarantee more of the American. Like I've been forever saying, you need to have your power conference playoff and then the group of playoff. People would watch. It's more football and it's more competitive football. Why do I care about? Last year was at Tulane and Ole Miss in a playoff game, and it was an awful game.
It was a blowout.
You know, Oregon and James Madison blowout. I want to watch football, but good football. And if it's playoffs, I expect good football. When you know you're going to have a blowout, what's the point?
Well, there is no point.
Money's made.
Well, it is, I guess, but it's not like basketball, and maybe more so years ago than it is today. But, in basketball, you get out of those upsets. It was more likely to happen. Football, it's just not. And that's part of the problem. And so I'm with you. They're going to expand the playoffs. That's going to happen.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, we may have to deal with stuff like that. But it's interesting stuff. Got to ask you a question before we go to break.
All right.
We did a story earlier about Tom Brady possibly getting into the WWE.
Yep.
Do you think if he does that and makes some sort of a deal with them, does that ruin his legacy?
No.
Well, a lot of people are saying that. Why are you doing that, Tom? You're going to destroy your legacy. Let's talk about it. We continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're having any issues at your house with your plumbing, your AC, there is one company to call, and that is Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899, or go to their website, quartermoonplumbing.com. Now, they also have great maintenance plans, and they have developed something called the Breathe Easy package that can actually make your home smell better, because apparently a lot of you are calling Quartermoon, my house doesn't smell right. And that could actually be your AC unit. When was the last time you had that thoroughly cleaned? Never? All right. This is what Quartermoon can do as a part of their Breathe Easy package. They're going to pull and deep clean your blower motor, blower wheel, and your AC housing. They'll clean the coil and then disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet. Then put in a UV light that will zap bacteria and other stuff that's hiding out in there. You're going to get cleaner air, a fresher home, and everything that's going to smell the way it's supposed to. It's called the Breathe Easy package. If your house is smelling off, call Quartermoon, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm presents the 2026 Back to School Drive.
All right, here we go. You rolling, Pledge? Okay. Coming up on the Blitz, the SEC Media Days continue. We'll have all the news from Florida.
And what is going on with ESPN?
Wow, is there going to be more layoffs, more big stars out?
The Blitz starts at 2.
Hope everybody's having a great Monday afternoon out there. Basically, your Monday's over, especially if you just got off work or you've been off work for a while. It's almost Tuesday. Might as well be, right? This is the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minnick.
We do have a poll up on our YouTube page you can access through sasportstar.com. Who was the World Cup halftime show MVP? Obviously, it's a Reinagle question.
I think that was a James Pledger question.
It might have been. Madonna, Shakira, or Justin Bieber. And Shakira running away with it, 81%. Bieb has 10%, Madonna only 9%. You got time to go vote.
I want to know who voted for Madonna. And were you just voting for Madonna because she's Madonna?
Maybe they liked older ladies. I don't know. I don't know. And honestly, I didn't see her, so I just...
She was first.
I missed that.
And then came, I guess, was there somebody else pledged before Bieber? There was, and I can't remember who it was.
I only remember seeing Shakira. So I was at a bar yesterday.
Shakira was last.
And it was a friend of ours' engagement party.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, Eloy and Monica. They're all engaged. Oh. And so, we're at a bar, and there was a DJ there. So, it started at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And there was no sound there in the soccer game, but then they put on sound during the halftime show because the ladies wanted to hear what was going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I found a machine.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't kind to me.
No?
No.
You lost some...
I did.
All right.
I did. But that's all right.
You look like you're fine. You
didn't
hurt yourself.
I'll be all right. And then then I was looking because we were doing that, and then it was like, all right, I finally looked up, and it's like, all right, we got to go to Reinagle's Hall of Fame deal. And I didn't think it would start till like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And it started at 5.
5 o'clock.
And I'm like, oh, crap, we got to go. And so we left the party to go watch Joe Reinagle get inducted into the River City Wrestling Hall of Fame.
You know, and I appreciate you and your beautiful wife showing up there. That was a nice surprise. My wife, Maggie, was there, and my daughter, Casey, and her husband, Steven, and their 2 kids. So that was kind of cool. So it was a nice little family.
It was a big deal. Big deal. Reinagle gets up there. There's video available on the San Antonio Sports Star social medias. And I will say, if you go watch the video on Instagram or Facebook, watch until the very end of the video. Because, you know, the lady introducing Joe, and then Joe gets up there and he's walking around for a while, and then Casey, Joe's daughter, sent me a video. Actually, it was Steven that sent me the video. Of Joe in the ring in action. And our social media person edited it together because the speech was way too long. But, you know, way too long for social media. And so she edited it. But at the very end, there is a clip. There is footage of Reinagle in the ring with wrestlers.
In action.
Yes.
VHS.
In action. Well, I don't know. It was the phone, I guess. I don't know how she took that. She didn't have a big camera out. I know that.
But again, go watch the video. I mean, you'll hear the speech and yada yada. But you guys have to watch that till the very end.
Yes.
The very end.
Did she shorten the speech? Joe gets kind of long-winded.
Oh yeah. No, she edited it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The speech was great. I mean,
the speech was great.
No notes, just right off the top of my head.
Yeah. You only repeated yourself 18 times.
I didn't repeat myself at all. Please go watch the thing. Don't take Minix's word for it.
I've got the raw footage.
Don't take his word for it.
Just
go watch the speech.
You know, but watch till the very end.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't say if there was a chair involved or Reinagle getting body slammed or getting the wedgie from hell, but it's worth watching it till the very end.
Did I tell you that one guy came up to me after or before the event, and he was one of the wrestlers now, and he said he was part of the main event last night. And he goes, yeah, he said, I remember when you were here, I was a kid. And I remember hitting you with a belt. And I remember that. There was part of this thing because we lost the match. So whoever lost the match had to, the fans.
You got spanked?
The fans hit you with a belt as you're leaving the ring.
Oh,
dude, it was serious business. I'm telling you, I did a lot of crazy stuff back then, but it was so much fun. I don't know if people out there, pro wrestling fans, I love pro wrestling, and I've always, but to be a part of the whole show is fun.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a big deal. So, you know, and that just validates you going into the Hall of Fame because that's for old people. Because that guy was a kid.
He was a kid,
and now was that the guy that we saw wrestling that looks like he should be the bass player?
No.
Who was that guy?
He was actually one of my heels, though, one of my posse, if you will.
One of your posse?
Yeah, that would.
You've never sounded whiter.
With the enforcer, one of the enforcers. That it was part of the deal because. Yeah, I had a hostile takeover of RCW.
When he first got in the ring, I thought it was John Moyer, the bass player for Disturbed. I'm like, wow, Moyer when not on tour.
Yeah,
professional wrestler. The things we do in this business.
Fun stuff, man. Fun stuff. It is fun. Well, I mean, so it looks like Tom Brady might be following in my footsteps.
Yeah. Well, and again. He needs all the Hall of Fames he can get into.
Well, why not? Sure.
You know, but this whole deal with Logan Paul, he slapped him at Fan Fest, and then at the soccer game yesterday, they were flipping each other off. I mean, it's got the script is there.
You know,
right?
Tom Brady's such a golden boy. And he's flipping people off.
I mean, he probably cusses.
You think?
Probably.
Yeah.
The idea that people are worried about Tom Brady and his legacy over a deal with wrestling, I find comical. I really do. He's not going to hurt his legacy. I just don't understand why he would want to do this. I don't see Tom Brady ever actually getting into a fight where he could get hurt, where somebody could hurt his face. And I don't know, Fox pays him $30 million, not because he's a football genius, but he's a good-looking football genius. He can't put that at risk, right?
And he's the GOAT.
He doesn't need this, although with one of the many companies that he's a part of, there's got to be some sort of big sponsorship deal, and there must be enough money in there for a guy that seemingly has more than he'll ever be able to spend or his great-grandkids will ever be able to spend, but there must just be enough money involved for him to say, yeah, I'm in. Or maybe it's kind of like you. All right, let's change it to Rheinagel Championship Wrestling. I love wrestling. This will be a lot of fun. I could be a part of the show.
You know, it could be all of that stuff. But look, Brady has always been kind of an active guy. And I know he's got his job on Fox, but what the hell? What's he going to do the rest of the time? And he doesn't need the money. I'm not sure if he's a golfer or not. Have you seen if Brady plays golf? I don't know what he does. I mean, you can only, go out with so many beautiful women, and he does that. So I don't know. You got to find something else to do. And I'm sure WWE said, Tom will pay you this. And he goes, huh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure it's a lot of zeros on that check.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of zeros on that check.
Absolutely. And so, and WWE knows it will sell because if Tom Brady's involved and it's one of their WrestleManias that, you got to pay however much those are, they'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't think it ruins his legacy either. But there's been some stuff on social media today where I see, Tom, why would you want to do that? You're gonna ruin your legacy. It's for fun. He wants to do something different, but it looks like now I don't know. The Paul brothers are kind of donkeys anyway, but I don't know if Brady's going to be a bad guy or good guy or what.
And maybe that's part of it, right? He's got such a good guy image. Does he need a little bad in his life?
Maybe. I had more fun playing the bad guy than I did the good guy when in my short time doing that. I mean, I really did. It was fun being a heel, being the bad guy.
I mean, you?
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't playing.
Well, I mean, it comes out. I've got a dark side.
Kids these days.
Exactly.
I know. Yeah.
Exactly. Real quick, one of the breaking news stories today for ESPN, and apparently tomorrow could be a bad day at ESPN National. Ryan Clark out during the show today, during NFL Live. Apparently he was told he wasn't going to be, and he didn't finish the show. Andrew Marchman just tweeted out seconds ago, sources at ESPN say the reason it told Clark during the show was due to media inquiries into his departure and a fear that the news would break out before they could inform him. Since after the Super Bowl in February, sources told The Athletic that Clark's job could be in jeopardy. Last week, The Athletic learned that Clark was likely to be let go. ESPN's plan was to do that on Tuesday morning, but after receiving calls on the matter, chose to inform him during his show, as it did not want him to read online before being told in person.
Wow.
I still find that mind-boggling that they would do that during the show and not after. And if Andrew Marchman is saying The Athletic learned last week that he was going to be let go, it was Andrew making calls like, hey, I thought today was the day. What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm about to break this story. Oh, no, let's tell him before you break the story.
But, I mean, I don't know, unless I guess it's like you and I. You're on the set or wherever he's at his home, and you get a notification on your phone. That would have been wild. Oh, I just got fired from ESPN.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's weird stuff. So,
I mean, and to get fired while talking about the Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
Well, that's probably why he got fired.
Oh, stop.
That's it.
Stop.
Cowboys to the Super Bowl. What? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Dude, you've lost your mind. We got to fire you. Pledge, you got a show? James Pledger. Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning. Rob and AJ, the Rob and AJ show, or AJ and Rob show. Which one is it?
Alphabetical.
So it's AJ and Rob?
Yeah.
The AJ and Rob show. They get started at 6 o'clock in the morning. And then Minix and I will be back here for the Blitz at 2 o'clock. Until then, have a great night, everybody.
From the San Antonio Sports Star Studios, sponsored by George Salinas Injury Lawyers.